again. So stay with me. Together we'll fall apart.
Something about you feels so different. Yeah, you mess me up inside. It's like your energy was kissing my soul back to life, was living. Now it feels like every part of me is died. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't fight my way out. Lost all dimension and time. each other down. We kept running from the shadows in the night, realizing it was not worth the fight. Moving on alone was what felt right, 'cause we were never meant to be. Dum dum da dum day, dum dum da dum day, dum dum da dum day, 'cause we were never meant to be. It feels good, a new beginning. We are free at last.
Hello everybody and welcome back to day 2 of the Spate Major, our third and final major, the week before Spate Champs, and today we have the semi-finals. Today we have Lotus Gaming versus Legits. Lotus Gaming consists of Gadaira, the captain, with Pigeon and Bubs, Legits being Cat, Junior, and Meh. And I mean, what a game. You just look at yesterday, these two teams, just having a great performance, being stellar all around, and just phenoms on the field. So there's so many mechanics that we're going to be showing today. Catman, Junior, Lil just being an overall mechanical team. Bubs and Pigeon just showing off the mechs yesterday as well. Cat just being in that cornerstone needed for Lotus. I'm excited, chat. This is going to be a good one. Let's start it off here, though. Off the kickoff, in the middle of the field, Cat tees it up. Junior in the air, trying to beat up Bubs. Bubs with a stop. Now, with a double off that left wall, Meh has to come in for the touch into the corner, trying to follow it up a Pigeon there for a 50. Meh, though, stays on top of it. Gad, possible shot, sends it high. Waterfall down, but Cat, first one to it. Bubs, now into the middle. No one there from Lotus. Meh having to get it clear here, but Pigeon keeping it dangerous. Junior with the far one. Gad puts it to the wall, straight to his teammate. Good communication coming out of Lotus. Cat trying to get a block, but not able to do so. Meh, though, helping out his teammate there as Pigeon goes up. First one to it. Now, 2 on offense. Gad tees it up. Pigeon 12 boost. Can he get the touch? He does. It's on net, but Cat with the save. Now into the corner. Trying to get a touch. Cat not with the strongest one. Allowing Bubs to come in. Cool recovery coming out of him. Might get a stuff onto Junior, but Meh there for the touch. Gad, though, full tank of boost. Uses his flip. This is a shot. Does it go in? But saved by Junior off the crossbar. Now Bubs has options here. Pass down to Pigeon, but stopped by Junior. Gad, 60 boost, over 1. Trying to get over the second, but Cat plays it patient. Clear out, but Bubs there. Gad with a shot! 1-2 play coming out of Lotus. And we saw it developing this entire time. And they finally get it going. All the pressure has surmounted. And that was on the goal. Bubs just gets a nice pass out to Gad, and Gad just snipes that corner. Great play coming out of Lotus. 1-goal lead. But I mean, just look at the pressure happening from both teams. You can just see that everyone's already high octane, just trying to get to the ball and keep up this pressure. Just showing how much of a good game we're going to have. As Cat with a shot! And it goes in! Great passing play for Lil just now. Junior getting that nice needed second touch. Bubs just rushing his second touch. Gets it past Meh, but Cat already waiting for the pass that Meh would have gotten. Bubs, just having to be a bit careful with the spacing from the opposite team. But overall, what can you do there? All tied up. 3 minutes and 40. Now Gad gets the challenge after kickoff. Ball is there, but Cat first one to it. Gad and Bubs with a double commit into the corner. Meh waiting. Gets it clear out. Just a bit too strong for Cat. Junior having to come in. Strong first touch. Pigeon with a read. Reset off the ceiling. Uses it. Bubs came up with him, though. Tries to get a 50 into the corner. Junior. First touch. Bit of control, but Gad comes in. Meh has to get it past 2, which he does, but demoed by Gad. Now, though, Bubs on the ceiling. Cat already reading the play happening. Gad tries to keep it in a safe place, but Junior coming in, just trying to keep up this pressure. Gad now with a proper clear. Pigeon there as an option. Cat comes in right over the bird's head. Gad and Cat 50-50 from former teammates. Into the corner. Gad keeps it in. Cat, though, coming in, just making sure that pressure doesn't build. That's a shot on net. Just a little off the mark, but Pigeon, can he get to it? No. Meh with the save. Cat, first one to it. 60 boost to work with. Tries to flip it over Pigeon, but Pigeon getting in the way. Now Junior to Cat. Cat unable to get the read. Comes up with a follow-up. Gad and Cat just going at it as Meg comes in, but Bubs reading the positioning correctly. Junior trying to get past one, but Bubs just stopping it right where it started. Cat, weak shot on net. Pigeon with an easy save. Bubs gets it over one. You're going to try to get over Junior. He does. This is a shot on net. Nobody's home. Bubs doing it all himself. 2-1 in favor of Lotus. I mean, what a carry. He just gets it over one and just uses his boost to catch up to it. Gets it over the last defender. You know, just a bit of an overcommitment coming out of Logits there. You just have to play that patient. You know, Bubs is still in the air. He has the control. You have to have a bit of respect. Though the game is not over. Kickoff in favor of Junior. Junior the first one to fly to these balls as Mez in the air as if he is a lot. But Pigeon making sure no RLCS plays happen. Gad down the corner. Man, not able to make contact. Cat having to come in. Has control but no boost. What can he do here? Has the speed. Tees it up. Man coming in for a shot, but Bubs keeping in the corner safe down to Pigeon. Gad 1, 2, 3. He's going for a double, but Cat's gonna be the first one to it. Now in this corner, Bubs and Gad having to call one for it as Junior comes in, puts it down to Cat's hands. Cat's one again, not having any boost. You just really have to start relying on boost management as Lotus is starting to take a bit of control over the field, you know, with this momentum happening. Pigeon over one to Cat. Now Bubs with a shot on. Junior having to come in for a save, keeps him in the corner. Make sure that Bubs doesn't get that boost control, just managing it the best he can. Man, down. Junior there for a shot. That might go in. Double commit coming out of Lotus, but it's going to work out. Gad with the save, Bubs with the follow-up. Cat, though, comes in, gets a nice 50, and Gad just has to make that touch. Now, though, off the corner, 50 with Junior. Cat trying to reach it, but unable to do so. Bubs clearing it out far. That's off the back wall. Cat, though, with the redirect into safety. Junior going to follow it up before Pigeon can make a touch into the corner. Man, already up, looking for a pass, gets a pinch off the wall, it's a bit soft. Bumping his own teammate in the process. Bubs now on this corner. Cat gets a touch into the box, gets a dunk onto Pigeon. You know, it's in the hands of Junior, but Junior just no boost, just comes off it so Meg can come in. Cat, first one to it, over one. Man with the challenge, but cleared out by Pigeon. Pigeon going for a follow-up. He has got there. That's just shot on net. That might be game. It's bounced off. It's not in yet. Man, off the crossbar, but it goes in. Secured by Bubs. Now, I mean, amazing plays overall. Great attempts from Meg here. You know, he gets a squishy save, but overall, just great position from Bubs. Secures that very well needed goal. We are now 3-1 with 45 seconds left. Though the action has not been slopping, this game has been amazing no matter what second we've been in. Cat with possession. He's going to need to do some heroics here in the last second. It's in the box, but no one from Little Jib's there to help him. Nice strong clear coming out of Pigeon. That's on net. Man needs to clear it out to his teammate. Cat now with possession, needs to get something going. Gad, though, reading the play, just stops it. Man, high touch up, but, you know, Lotus Gaming just do a good job to keep the ball on their opponent's half. But Cat, as I say that, with the shots, Gad with the weak save. Junior there for a 50. And still in this corner. But popped up by Bubs. Man has to keep it in. 15 seconds left to work with. Little Jets need a score to score right now if they want to come back in game number one at all. Pigeon with the touch. Man to Cat. Cat just not having the boost to get something powerful with 5 seconds left. That's going to do it for game number one. Lotus Gaming will be taking it. But I mean, this game has been phenomenal. You've seen the mechs, you've seen the passing plays, both teams being very cohesive. It just comes down to that outplayability, and Lotus in game number one, we're able to do it a bit more often than Little Jets. Let's look over the stats, and yeah, as expected, Lotus Gaming has 54% ball possession. Boost consumption are pretty even among both teams, but with that possession, Lotus Gaming is just going to inch it out over Little Jets, and I mean, it really showed. Between all the passing plays, between just the mechanics overall shown from each individual, it's just been phenomenal. Now, though, heading into game number two, it still is anyone's game. Lotus Gaming being number 1 seed, going against Low Jits, which I believe are our number 4 seed. You can never know what happens. I mean, Low Jits were on fire yesterday. Even though some of the games were close, their mechanics, you know, shows a lot of the potential that this team possesses. And they very well can take game number 2 here as we go on to Forbidden Temple. Now on the kickoff, Bubs tees it high. Junior, once again, you know, he's always the first man off kickoffs, no matter whose favor it is. He's in the air just making sure that his team keeps possession. And my, what a double coming out of man. Puts it into the box. Cat comes in a bit late, unable to make contact. Junior last back. Weak touch, but no one there from Lotus to capitalize. Bubs with control, puts it into the corner, steals that corner boost. Bumped out, but still has passing options, but man coming in before he can find it to fruition. Cat pushing it downfield, just trying to find safety, but Pigeon making sure that there is no safety in these part of the woods. Now, double flip reset, that might go in, saved by Meh. Bubs with the follow-up, but not able to put on a shot to Gad, but Gad also in an awkward position. Now going into the Lotus Gaming half, Junior with a shot, but cleared out. Gad is there for the follow-up. Bubs and Pigeon both there, keeping it in play. Cat has to get an awkward save there. Gad just being called off by Bubs. Bubs finding his wall, but Meh already off the ceiling, challenging him instantly, not giving him the space that he needs. Pigeon over 1, over 2. Just making sure that nothing can be brought to their side. But as I say that, Bubs having to clear it over to Gad with Cat. First one to it. Gad, though, nice long clear, giving his team the space they need. As Pigeon just making sure that any counterattack that they might try to get going isn't possible. Delayed flick, read by Meh. Cat keeping on this wall, making sure that, you know, nothing too dangerous comes out as Bubs puts it into midfield, but Gad with a weak touch. Junior sends it down, Meh, no contact. Cat having to come back in from midfield, no boost to work with. Tries to 50 with Gad, but Gad just a bit closer to it than he can ever be. As Bubs now with the carry, but 50'd well at Junior. That one almost sails in. Meh with a nice first touch, tries to keep it in. Might get one off the ceiling, gets a dunk on the defender. Bubs having to come in for this high ball by Bruce. Pigeon is there though. Junior gets a 50 against Bubs, but Bubs fortunately able to stay close to it. Now on the ceiling, Gad hits it down. Pigeon gets the follow-up, trying to stay with it, not letting Cat have that possession, but Pigeon with a miss. Cat puts it in midfield. Gad is there before his teammates are. Junior needs this save, puts it into the corner. Gad, though, stays with it. This is off the backboard. This is a bit of a waterfall, but Cat just on that backboard, making sure it stays safe. You know, that's a miss from Junior. Man has to come in. And Pigeon just getting a pass over to Bubs. Bubs looking for this double. That's in the box, but Gad unable to find the shots. You know, 2.5 minutes have gone by here and no team has been able to score. It's just a testament of how well these teams are managing the pressure and their offense. You know, no matter what position they're in, they're finding each other, they're managing their boost, and just making sure there's nothing too dangerous to come out. Bubs with a pinch off that right wall, looking to get a 50, but unable to do so as Meh just keeps it over. Gad with a shot. Bubs trying to get that bump, but Cat just avoiding it altogether. Pigeon 20 boost to work with, gets the flip reset. Can't find anything to do with it though as Junior comes in. Meh unable to get the touch. Bubs with a possible double, but Cat just keeps it to himself. Cat and Junior both jumping up. Junior not really needing to jump there. You know, you need to watch out for those double commits. As time goes on, people are going to start getting more antsy and you can't let your nerves get to you. Now though, Bubs to Gad. Bubs can go again, trying to find a double. Has a triple there. Pigeon there for a shot. Junior with the save. It's still in this legit half. Cat needs to get a touch. Bubs nearly with the read, but Gad is there all day long. Over 1, that's the backboard, looking for a demo, unable to get a bit of bump on Meh. That's high on the crossbar. Pigeon with a miss. Bubs trying to keep up the pressure. That's a pinch down. Pigeon already turning in, just keeping up this pressure. Play starting to develop. Junior and Cat getting a bit desperate, but Cat with the well-needed pitch, just getting an amazing clear for his team, just letting them breathe and get that nice well-needed reset. Junior pops it high. Meh there before Lotus can start opposing, but Bubs with the read gets a double off the ceiling. 2 misses coming out from Lotus. Junior just stuck on that backboard waiting for plays to happen. Bubs gets the 50 against Meh. Anyone from Lotus there to follow up? Pigeon coming back from their half, but unable to get past Junior. Gad being demoed by Junior. Bubs has to clear it to safety. 50 from Cat. That's in the box there. Pigeon 50. That goes into the hands of Junior off this right wall. He's going to try to follow it up. Gets it past 1. Bubs is there. Puts it back into play. 1 minute left. Are we going to go to overtime here in game number 2? Now, more demos coming out of Lil Jit, just amping up this physical play. As we saw from yesterday, that might be a shot, and it goes in! Goal for Lil Jit. I mean, 56 seconds remaining. You never want to count out any team, but my God, this match has been close as possible. Just great plays from Lil Jit, just keeping up the pressure through their physicality, not letting Lotus Gaming have any chance at defense. I mean, if there's no defenders, there's no reason the ball shouldn't go in. Meh with possession, bumped out, trying to get a 1-2 play from Cat, unable to get the read off the corner. Junior with the delayed shot, Pigeon backwards here, but gets the save needed on Cat. If that ball went in there, I would have secured game number 2, but Pigeon with the fortunate save. Now, a breezy coming out of Bubs. Junior getting a demo onto Bubs. Gad with the first touch. It's staying in this Lil Jit's half. Pigeon unable to beat Meh. Meh looking for a double, triple even. As Cat gets a touch, using his wall dash, no boost to work with. Trying to keep it close, but sends it a bit too far. Now over to this left wall. Gad turning back in on the ceiling. What's he going to go for? Just goes for a slight touch. It's over 1, over 2, but Meh there as the third. Meh and Junior playing off together. Pigeon just getting a nice center pass, and that is in. That's an equalizer. 12 seconds left, and I mean, Bubs to Pigeon to Bubs. What more can you need? Looking like Gen G out here in the streets. just making the solid plays. Pigeon just being selfless, which is good to see. Pigeon is seen as this very mechanical player, and just using his talent to find his teammates is always important. Now though, 10 seconds, Matt trying to make sure they don't go to overtime as he finds a double. It goes off a Pigeon. Cat not there for a shot, so he's going for a demo. Gets a demo, but Pigeon comes back in. Man, 12 boosts to work with. That's going to be a waterfall. Pigeon reads it. It's in the hands of Junior. Junior keeps it up, but this might go in favor of Bubs. That's going to hit corner. That's going to stay up. That's in front of the crossbars. Cat gets a musty over to his teammate, but man, unable to find the touch. We go to overtime. Now Cat to Junior. Junior on the ball. Bubs gets a pinch, but Cat unable to make contact. Pigeon into the corner. Lotus Gaming trying to find their mark after that last second heroic. Man, unable to find the flipper set. Just keeps the dribble going. Now with the pinch, but Gad reading the play happen. Man, knees out boost as Cat comes in, but Bubs trying to get a dunk. Cat just flows past him, gets a 50 against Pigeon, and Gad last one back. Clear down, but man, in the way, down to Cat, into mid. Junior getting the pop off the defender. That's a shot on. That's dangerous clear by Pigeon, but it's what works. Man, against Pigeon, that's a 50 to the hands of Junior. Cat with the shot, that's going in. That hits the back of the net for Lil Jits, and they will take game number 2. Junior not able to find the mark, but as it goes perfectly back to midfield, Cat's just able to get that nice needed shot as both defenders stacked on the left side of that post, and it was open all day long. Lil Jits doing a great job to take game number 2. 51 ball possession out of Lil Jits, just very slightly over Lotus, and Lotus having slightly more boost consumption, but as you saw, even with that heroic coming from Lotus at the very end, it wasn't enough to keep that Lil Jits momentum out of their net. But what a series. I mean, this is exactly what you expect. Lil Jits being the runner-ups have beaten Lotus Gaming before in a tournament, but with Lotus Gaming making the change, people wanted to see how Bubs would start stacking up in these lobbies, and I think he's been doing a phenomenal job. He's very mechanical, very well suited as a duo to Pigeon. I mean, Gadaira has been a great, cornerstone for this team, just making sure that third man position is locked down. But Lil Jits, man, I see him a bit as that third man position, but he's just been doing great overall. And now heading on to game number 3. Cat has possession, putting it onto the corner. Bubs now off the ceiling, gets a touch. It goes down. Junior with possession, gets a 50 against Gad as it comes off the corner. Pigeon trying to fly to it. Man, there. Now that's going to go into the net as Cat needs to make that nice second save as Bubs gets a touch out to mid. Is anyone there? Gad just a little bit awkward. Bubs having to fly back up to it. Gets a touch, but it's not able to do anything. Junior with a possible clear, but Bubs just getting in the way of it as Gad can come back in. Now Mad though, using his boost to carry it out. That's going against Bubs. Pigeon last one back. A bit awkward here. Junior coming in with a shot. Puts it in the corner so Matt can come back in. That's dangerous. He's looking for a Doomsday off of Bubs, but unable to get the dunk. Cat though with the first touch. That's going to go to Bubs. Bubs over to Gad. Pigeon there as well. Gad with a shot. That's going to go high. Matt's keeping it, slowing it down, making sure he has possession. Bubs though, he's the one in control. Gets a 50 against Junior. Gad has options. That's going to be off. How does he follow up? But Cat doesn't let anyone do so. Pigeon looking for a pass back. Bubs up to it, trying to find the rhythm he needs. Bubs and Gad. Gad not making contact, trying to fake out this Lil Jits team, but Junior just reading it. Pigeon, wow, what a recovery off the ceiling. It's going to get this second touch from the floor. But man, just one touch is all that's needed. Gad looking for this double. Man, not able to find contact. That's in, but Junior with a save. Bubs though looking to find the double himself, but no boost to keep going. Pigeon with a shot, stopped by Junior. 90 seconds have gone already, and both teams just putting on relentless attacks. 4 shots coming out of Lotus Gaming, and only 1 shot coming out of Lil Jits. Lil Jits need to find their offense going, and as I say that, they do. That shot from Junior is all they need. I mean, man just gets a phenomenal 50 against Pigeon, just pinches in the favor of Lil Jits, and Junior coming off that backboard just gets the very well needed last one. Now, off this kickoff, man, putting it into the Lotus side. Junior with a shot. Junior just so fast to it. Just trusting his teammates are going to tee it up in the air and just reading the play every single time. Gad, though, strong 50. Gets it past one in favor for Pigeon, but Pigeon unable to get it over man. Bubs keeping it in play, staying on that corner in case it goes back. But Gad has to come in, but it goes past him. Pigeon, last man back, gets a strong clear, looking to do it himself, but Cat comes in, stopping it. Man, clear out to mid. Cat just trying to make sure that Lotus can't get a hand on it, trying to stop Pigeon. Gets a demo rather than the touch. But that's all you need sometimes. Junior, no boost to work with, tees it up. Gad is there, man. Reading that fall down, but Bubs just, being able to get a touch on that weak flick. And Junior has to come back in. Junior just staying with it. Pigeon having to get that high touch. But man, looking for a double. Gets it. That's midfield. But Bubs just keeping it close. Possession just being the name of the game here as Pigeon tries to put a shot on net. Double commit coming out a little just in the defensive line. But Gad unable to capitalize on it. Just a bit too awkward to find anything going. Bubs. Nice touch of the wall to himself. Has Pigeon there, but Junior closest to it. Pigeon has to going for a psycho, but puts it into the corner. Cat. Now with Pigeon. Lotus just needs to find a clear here. Junior trying to get in the way of it, but just a bit strong from Lotus there. 2 minutes. Lotus still needs to score if they want to take game number 3 in any fashion. Bubs has the boost to get it clear here. Has Pigeon. Gets a 50 against Junior. Pigeon coming in. Might look for a shot himself. Gets the delayed flick. That's off the mark though. Even with the demo, it's not going to do anything. Cat on the ball looking to dunk Bubs. But Bubs just clearing it right past his opponent. Now the man with the sudden shot. And it goes in. Out of nowhere. Junior just hits it off the corner and Matt is there before Lotus can fully react to it. Bubs, just air rolling a little bit too much to the right there and just none able to get that well-needed save. 93 seconds left. Lotus are in a bit of desperation. There is 3 unanswered goals from them so far, and even though that does not sound like much, especially for a Lotus squad, 4 might be a little more insurmountable. 3-goal deficit for Lotus Gaming. Lojic just running away with game number 3. Man, just doing it all himself. They're just getting that nice kickoff goal for reassurance. Now, just heading into kickoff. Very even out of both teams. Bubs trying to keep it in his favor as Gad comes in. Gad Pigeon. That's a shot on net. It's in the crossbar. That's not in. Cat comes in. Last second save. That has to hurt for Lotus. That's the goal you need to start your chance back, but it just bounces off the crossbar left and right. Gad with a shot of his own, doesn't go in. Pigeon, weak touch. Cat comes in with another save. Lotus, you just have to start finishing those. Too many times you've come close, but trust me, you don't want to be close. You want to finish. Now though, with a 50, Junior looking for a doomsy, messing up his own teammate. That could have been a 4th goal, but Junior being a little bit greedy with it. We have Gad's Mimi in the chat. What's up, Lotus? Lotus not doing too hot as they do. Bubs getting that goal, stopping that relentless attack from Lojits and answering back after those last 4 goals. The one from overtime in last game and the 3 here, but finally having an answer. 44 seconds left. Can Lotus do it? In the kickoff. Man, not getting a touch. Bubs could put a shot on that, but Cat there with a save, earning his Savior medal. Saves across the board. Lojits having 7 and Lotus only having 2. That might go in, but Bubs gets a save. Now 30 seconds left. Cat has possession, throws it to Mad, but Mad just not closer than Gad can be. That might be a waterfall, but Mad first one to it. Pigeon just stealing the boost. Gad's going a long way though. Gad has to get back. Cat not having no boost, can't secure that goal. Gad sees Bub to his left, but Junior is reading the play happening. Pigeon to Gad. Gad with a shot, but Pigeon tries to take it all the way, and that's off the post again. Pigeon has been hitting post all game long. That has to hurt his confidence, You're going to start questioning the accuracy of your own shots, and that's something you never want to do in a semifinals, especially of a major. But Lojits take game number 3. And wow, Lotus Gaming, besides the result, had ball possession. They had 50% ball possession and lost 3-1. So even though they had more opportunities, Lojits were just making sure that they were able to capitalize on theirs more. But we will have a timeout happen here on the side of Lotus Gaming. Gad, Pigeon, and Bub just talking amongst themselves and seeing what they have to do to correct their gameplay. Game number 1, they had a lot of good teamwork, but as games 2 and 3 came, we just saw more double commits coming out of them, and there just wasn't a lot being done in order to keep these goals out of the net. Whether it's just not enough reaction speed, whether it's just not the correct spacing, like having 2 people on the back post rather than being spaced out properly. It's just not enough, and the offense is a bit weak. It feels a bit selfish at times, A lot of what made game number 1 very special for them was just finding each other in the midfield through passing plays, but we haven't seen a lot of that through game 2 and 3. No, they will have one more minute to discuss it. If anyone in chat is there, let me know who is gonna take game number 4. If I was going to bet on anyone, they say the timeout buff is real, but Lil Jits, you have to put some respect on their name. They have taken out Lotus before, and they've definitely made a name for themselves. Their Spate Invitational number 9 may have not been the strongest, but with the COVID buff, has been a very strong asset for this Lil Jits team. That might have been the difference of being a good teammate to being the perfect one. Just a bit more scrims, just a bit more practice has really put them in a position where they're a lot more cohesive as a team. Beforehand, they seemed very individualistic, just not finding each other. But, Gad's Uncle saying, let's go Lotus. So we do have fans for the side of Lotus Gaming. So I'm going to just have to go against that and say, let's go Lil Jits, Just to make it nice and even, Lil Jits do have the lead right now, 2-1. So let's see if they can keep it up here. Right. Game number 4 about to be underway here. Timeout is over. Hope the deliberation between Lotus Gaming has been enough to put their heads back into the game. I know heading into this tournament, Pigeon felt a little bit unconfident, but we will see what happens here. No, JJ, I'm sorry. Just gotta make it fair. You never want an unbalanced scale. You gotta make sure that no sides are tipped. Junior with an interesting boost, as I'm seeing now. Just a bit of confetti. But Gad over to Bubs. Bubs keeping it in play, but Pigeon not there. As Bubs gonna keep it himself with the double. That's shot on net, but post out. Pigeon crossbar down again. No, double commit coming out of Low Jets though. Gad gets a 50. Bubs comes back in. Pigeon just not on his game today. Gets a touch to that right side. Has a 100 boost to work with. Trying to find the stuff onto Meh, but unable to do it. Meh off the ceiling. Gad there. Pigeon wants to turn back in, but Cat just stays with it. Bubs versus Junior. Bubs gets the win. Pass back out to Pigeon. Pigeon high in the air where he finds himself comfortable, but unable to get the control he needs there. Just bailing out. Not enough boost to keep it going. Let's go Lotus. All of Cat banding together to support Lotus. I hope they hear your claims, because Pigeon definitely needs it. Lotus just need to have that confidence within them, because as you know, a confident Lotus is a terrifying one. Bubs with the close save there. Junior nearly dunking it. Matt puts it down to Bubs. Bubs puts it to his left wall. No one there from Lotus to follow it up as Cat has control. Gad going onto the backboard. That's a shot on net. Double commit coming out of Lotus. Might mess up their boost situation, but Pigeon getting a nice needed first touch. Has the flipper set. That's on net. Gad tries to get the bump, and Cat just narrowly avoids it. Bubs though puts it high. Gad already in the air. No boost to work with. Now clear out of Low Jits. Junior onto the ceiling. Puts it down to himself. Man, with a shot that might go in, and it hits the back of the net, and Lil Jits just keeping their dominance going. Man, just staying with it across the field, just a little bit faster. Lotus Gaming just not in the right position. Bubs just being a bit too fast for himself and unable to make the last needed touch. That's one for Lil Jits 90 seconds in. Lotus, they really need to start finding momentum. It's not even about finding one goal now. They need to find a sequence of goals. We've seen them have a goal here and there, but they need to have 2, 3 in a row to start building that confidence. Bubs has that first touch, trying to get a 50 against Junior. That's sent to the left wall, coming straight down. Meh, first one to the read, but Gad already there. Double opportunity. Cat with a nice needed save. Pigeon coming in, but stopped by Junior. Now Cat and Meh on the ball. But man, that's a shot on net. Gad getting there last second. That's going to bounce out into a dangerous position. Junior up, has to be Gad. 50 coming out. Meh puts it to the corner. Junior unable to find that touch as Pigeon puts it back into midfield. Junior popping it over Man. Needs to stay with it now. Pigeon, that's towards net. Can he find the follow-up? Yes, he can! Birdman scores. Junior, just that very unfortunate touch. Puts it over Man. Man had a lot of control going into it. But Pigeon, seeing that mess up out of Lil Jits, just comes in and gets that nice tight angle off the left post of Lil Jits' goal. Now, though, half the game left to be played with. Bubs has possession, has options. Pigeon's on his left. Pigeon says, I'll go for the shot. It's a bit weak, though. Matt getting an easy save. Now, on the ball, Bubs comes in, keeps it high. Junior gets a touch with possession. 0 boost to work with though. It goes high. Pigeon and Cat as it goes into the hands of Met. Junior is there for a shot. He's going to have to find a double, but Bubs with a nice, well-needed clear. Cat gets a touch out there. Keeping control, but Pigeon, you know, just making sure to get in the way of it. Gad, Bubs, beautiful infield pass, saved by Junior. Pigeon is up. Cat is there too. Cat gets the save. Now though, Gad keeping the play, making sure this pressure starts breaking down the Lil Jits defense. But a nice demo comes out, but Bubs with a shot puts it in for Lotus Gaming. I mean, just great angle coming out of Bubs, very well needed to put them in the lead. Now, Lotus Gaming haven't had the lead, I believe, since game number 1. So finally, being able to have the lead in game number 4, just trying to find that next game, because you never want to be down by 3 games in a best of 7, especially in the major. You know, the nerves will start getting to you as Bubs goes for a play, but the nerves will start getting to you, and it's very hard to come back from, especially without that timeout, as it was already used. Now though, strong onto the backboard, Junior with a shot. Bubs gets that save, stays with it. Now over 1, man has to come in, puts it to his right wall. Follow up, puts it over Bubs. Pigeon flying hand in hand with him. 50 coming out in favor of Cat. Cat into the corner. Junior getting bumped out by Mez. You know, those two getting in the way of each other a lot this game just have to be a lot more mindful of their own teammates. Cat, initial touch, has the space, no one there from Lotus to contest them, just playing it patiently, seeing where it goes. Cat nearly with the outmaneuver, but just stopped by Bubs. Cat though, looking for a bump, nearly gets it, but you know, Bubs just keeps it high. Double commit coming by Lotus, that's a possible shot, but just off the mark, and Junior with a touch. Cat though, sending it across to the Lotus Gaming side, just stealing the boost and getting in the way. Meh, great touch. And that goes high. Pigeon not with the read. Junior though with an awkward touch. Cat has to come in, but not with the best one either. Meh though coming in, very strong touch to midfield, but Pigeon waiting there, just gets a nice, well nearly clear. 30 seconds left. All Lotus has to do is play possession. Possession is the name of the game. Junior off the backboard. He's a little bit awkward. Meh, sending it high, but demoed. Gad with possession. 50 against Junior. That's bouncing close near the post. That's a center from Cat. But Meh, first one to it. Going down a long way. Bubs with the first touch. Finding a second one off the ceiling. Possible reset. Doesn't have it. Gad just backwards. Pigeon, though, thankfully there. Being driven out by Lotus. Meh, that might be a double coming out of him. And he gets it, just not in the way he needs to. Pigeon, though, censors it for Lil Jits. Cat trying to keep it up. It's high in the air. Meh and Bubs against each other. That's right where Cat is. Cat has a shot, but Pigeon with a save. But it's not over. It's still high. But a weak one, man, not able to reach it. And that is game number 4. Close one, but Lotus comes away with it from the skin of their teeth. What a close series. I mean, just look at that possession. 51-49 in favor of Lotus. But, wow, I mean, the shots. There was 12 shots taken from Lotus Gaming and only 4 coming out of Lil Jits, and it was still very close. Cat getting 2 savior medals, 6 saves. Phenomenal out of Cat there. Now 2-2, it can go anyone's way. Game number 5 will be extremely pivotal in just giving someone the lead. You never want to be in game 6 and not on that winning side of the name. Though Lil Jits, you know, they just need to find out what to do against this Lotus Gaming team. After that timeout, they have been playing great. Even though that last second was very close, you never want to rely on that. Now, though, we head on to Wasteland, where both teams will battle it out for that Game 5 advantage. Heading into game number 6, you know, you just really want to be the first one on match point to keep up that pressure. And kickoff coming out of Lotus into their side. Junior with a strong touch, man, keeping it in play. Cat there for the ball. A bit awkward though, just backwards as Pigeon gets a pinch out into that corner. Now bouncing down, Pigeon might look for himself, but man, clears it. Bumps out Pigeon and gets a demo on him. Pigeon with that boost skill might mess up rotations. That could be a shot in, but Bubs just doesn't get what he needs. Junior looking for a double, has the 12 boost to work with. Pigeon just making sure he has the hand. Mez says, no sirree, I'm the one who's gonna take it all the way. But Gad over to Cat as Cat to Mep back into the corner where Bubs awaits. Now demo on the backline, but Bubs just taking his time with that air dribble. One left, but Cat with the save. Bit of time here, throws it away into the hands of Gad. Gad, possible double, unable to find it. Might get the Doomsday, unable to do that either. Bumps his own teammate. Meh gets away with it. Now Meh down to Cat Jr. Last one back, no boost will work, but Gad is in the air, but Cat with a well-needed save. Pigeon coming in, off the ceiling, Bubs gets that touch off the corner. Now down one, Gad nearly with the shot, but stopped by Lil Jits into this corner. Cat just going all the way possible. Man is there for a shot, but he misses. Open net, just unable to find the shot that he needs. Gad to Pigeon. Pigeon back to Gad. Is there a shot? No, stopped by Cat, but Bubs just keeping it in play there as he goes into the box of Lil Jits. Met taking his time. It flows across the net, but nothing too dangerous. Cat, 8 boosts to work with, not going to be able to follow this up. Gad just takes it to himself gladly, and off the ceiling he goes. Bubs now keeping it dangerous. Pigeon trying to find the 50, not in his favor though, as Cat gets it over and Gad unable to make the save. Lil just strikes first in game number 5. I mean, just an unfortunate 50 coming out of Pigeon, as well as Junior just trying to mess up Gad as much as possible, and he gets to him, you know. Gad not able to take the route he initially wanted, just a bit flustered on that back line, and I mean, just an overall great shot from Cat, just sails it over his nose. In the kickoff, Cat sends it high, Gad already up. That might still be dangerous though. Bubs awkward, man, with the possible shot, just sails by it. Bubs gets a 50. Now though, man, trying to mess up that Lotus Gaming rhythm as Cat gets his savior medal already. You know, just a really great defensive piece for this Lil Jits team. You know, we saw those 6 saves last game. He's already put 3 up onto this board, just making sure nothing goes through. That's a shot on net. Miscommunication coming out of Lil Jits, and that will go in for Lotus Gaming. Bubs just gets a high touch, you know, man, just being awkward for it. Thought Junior would handle it, but Junior just not in the best position to do so. You know, just really having to make sure that you space yourself out correctly. Now off the kickoff, that's a quick one from Lil Jits, but Pigeon there to make sure nothing bad happens. Junior though pops it high, backflip coming out of him, letting Cat take it, but Gad first one to it. Gad to Pigeon, but Pigeon bumped out by Meh. Junior has to turn around, but Cat getting the save as Junior couldn't. Bubs though with a follow-up, Lil just being bumped out by Gad, and that goes in. Quick to goal lead coming out of Lotus. Cat gets that very first initial save, but Bubs, you know, comes in as Gad bumps that far post defender and just secures that goal. A lot of people rooting for Bubs. Bubs is just him, I guess. I mean, I'd have to agree with you. Bubs having a great first, you know, debut weekend in the Spate scene. A lot of promise heading into champs. Team pinch nearly coming out of Lotus as it soars to the corner. Man, with that first touch, bumped out by Pigeon, 50 coming out, and Bubs just a little bit stronger. I guess he really is him. Bubs the man. I'm so jealous they are playing Rocket League now. Yeah, but man, as I'm distracted by chat, played off of Junior, and it goes in. Junior just sending it nice, and Cat with a nice needed demo, just targeting Pigeon, forcing Pigeon to jump early, and man, with a great placement as Pigeon was left alone on that back line. Now all tied up, 2 minutes and 16. You know, Lil Jits is not letting that lead get to them, securing it, having that great team play. But Pigeon with a possible dooms, he puts it into mid, but that's post out. Gad with the shot, stopped by Junior, but all 3 soaring from Lil Jits. No, Lil Jits was a little horde as Junior gets a double man with a possible shot, but hits crossbar. Bubs down to Pigeon. Pigeon's gonna try to get a recenter here. That's backboard. Cat with that first touch uses the foot to stay with it, but Gad making sure it goes straight into that corner. Man, a little bit awkward here. Junior just spawned in, gets the first touch, you know, going back and forth, dancing a bit, but gets the save. His moves are paying the bills. Pigeon trying to put it back to mid, but unable to get that touch. Man, with a flip reset, trying to get over Gad. He does so beautifully. Now, Cat trying to play it slow, but Pigeon reading it as it happens. Junior trying to get a pass out, but Cat just not having boost, didn't communicate it in time. Now over 1, Cat close by to get that touch as Matt and Cat committing together. Matt getting a bump on his own teammate, but doesn't do much harm to Lil Jits. Cat keeping in his corner, just trying to play possession as Gad pulls up as Pigeon comes in. Junior sends it high, man in the air, but Bubs just first one to it. Fastest man alive, Barry Allen. Junior popped high, stopped, bumped by Bubs. And Gad, midfield, Bubs trying to turn in, but just can't in time. Man, down to Cat, down to Man. That's in the air. Is Junior there? But saved by Pigeon. Pigeon being demoed by Maz. Man keeps control, puts it midfield. Is anyone from Lil Jits there? No. Lotus Gaming double side attack. Cat having to get that nice 50, but Pigeon with this angle, but man, soaring save. Puts the bird in the trap. But you know, this is still dangerous. 35 seconds left. You don't want to concede a goal here. Pigeon making sure that Lil Jits struggles in their own half. just going in the hands of Lotus time and time again. Junior puts it to that left corner. Bubs already there, gets that pinch, but man, 50 down. Pigeon getting us, trying to get that second touch, but it goes to Gad off a defender. Junior with the save. Man, first one to it, but not having the best route. Puts it under one, puts it over two though, making the best of it. Trying to put over third. That's not in though. Cat with a shot, stopped by Bubs. There's 5 seconds left. Pigeon has possession, but nice 50 coming out. Cat's turned in. He might look for a shot himself. Bubs with a smart kill. We go to overtime in game number 5. Now though, it's in this Lotus Gaming half. Bubs full tank of boost, gets an awkward 50. Pigeon not in the best position, has a weak one. Junior pops it high. Gad, last one back. Not enough speed to really clear it strong, but doing what he can to send it to his teammates. Now pass back from Matt. Cat with possession, puts it past one. Bubs, last one there. Junior trying to meet him mid-air. Bubs going under. Matt, last one back. Plays it risky, and it pays off, but Gad just making sure that it doesn't pay off too much. That might be a shot on, off the mark. Bubs coming in. That's a shot! Backflip mistake, and that goes in. Lotus Gaming take game number 5. Cat not finding the read, and Junior's pushed up a little bit too far and just not able to get that touch. But my God, what a close series, you know. If you look at just the seeding, it shouldn't be that close. But, you know, even when you're number 1 seed, you are not impenetrable. Logit's just matching up against Lotus Gaming with a phenomenal playstyle. And, you know, what a great series. Lotus Gaming having 47% ball possession, being a bit under, but just making the most out of their possession. I mean, Bubs, 3 goals to himself. You know, him and Gad hand in hand, as Gad has those 3 assists. And Pigeon, you know, just being a threat everyone always has their eyes on. Heading into game number 6, though, we won't have a great one. This is match point for Lotus Gaming. They can take it in 6, or Logits can force us into a game 7 situation. Timeout going to be taken from Logits here. I was going to say I'd be very surprised if Logits don't take their timeout here, you know, because if you do win game number 6, you don't want to take a timeout right after a win, just heading into game number 7. But, you know, Logits just making that smart decision, you know, just having time to either deliberate, because it wasn't a bad game from them at all. They really did find themselves in a lot of good positions. It's just those small mistakes they have to correct. But, you know, game number 6, just gonna make sure that Lotus Gaming isn't going into it too heavy, especially Bubs and Gad, you know, just finding each other with those 1, 2, 3s. But just overall, I could see a game number 7 happening here, as both teams have been nothing but phenomenal. But, you know, everyone's rooting for Lotus, you know. We have Gad's Unka, Gad's Mimi, and, you know, Tully being a player for all ice, you know, just barely missing out on this major, but will be secured for champs, another mechanical superstar in the SCS scene. A lot of people are in favor of Lotus, but I'm going to be honest, I wanted to go to 7. Both teams are incredible, and they all have the potential to make history on this field. I mean, this could be a finals match, but, you know, the seeding didn't work out this way, but it sure is panning out that way. You know, we will definitely have a strange finals, as no one really expected. If anyone didn't witness it yesterday, Spate Esports being knocked out in round number 1. God, possible shot, but just stopped by Logits as we get into game number 6 on Neo Tokyo. Man, trying to keep it dangerous. That's a possible shot on that, but Pigeon with the save sends it far. God, first one to the ball, hit onto the ceiling as Bubs uses his wave dash to make it dangerous. Instead of taking the shot, sends it to Pigeon's way. Pigeon making it dangerous, but man, pops it up to Junior. Junior sends it in a favorable manner for man, passing play to Cat, but Cat is not in position for it. Man, just getting a little bit of a softer touch needed. Now shot on, stopped by Pigeon again. Pigeon doing a great job on defense at this moment. Trying to follow up this ball, using it as a fake for Bubs to follow it up, but Bubs just not getting the best touch needed. You know, 2 players committing. Cat can't really push up there. Pigeon, nice control touch, will get this 100 boost here. Gets a flick, that's shot on net, Meg coming in. Save after save, this game is already on fire. Meg, send it far, Cat is there, possible double stop by Gad. Junior keeping it into this corner. Junior flying up to it, Pigeon first one to it, Gad now puts it over one, Cat last one back. Hits it to this right wall. Now pinch, straight into the hand of Bubs. Bubs gets that high one, leaving it for Pigeon. Pigeon sees Gad. Passing play is coming out of Lotus here, but Junior getting in the way of it. you know. But Cat sends it to the corner, just gives away possession, you know. He had the space to keep it to himself, but didn't opt to do so. As Bubs trying to come off the ceiling, but Pigeon first one to it. Just making sure that he puts his team in the best position, and that's floating dangerously in the box, and Bubs makes the most of it, just staying close by and strikes first for Lotus Gaming. And you know, Pigeon didn't get that second touch he wanted, but Bubs just following the play closely. No contact out of Legit. Bubs said, you know, that's teed up on a play for me. I'm just gonna take that very well easy shot. In the chat, we have Life's a Game, you know, representatives Racing and World and Legacy. You know, congrats to them beating Spate Esports yesterday. Congrats to you guys. You know, we will be seeing your match next. But man, with possession, game number 6 needs to find a shot. Going all the way, puts it over one, high double. That's dangerous. Cat followed up. That's nice in the air though. Junior beats out 2 Lotus defenders. Bubs needs to get a crucial touch here. Carrying it for himself, trying to show Matt I can do it too. Nearly gets a dunk. Now with a bump, but no one from Lotus 2 followed up. Pigeon though, 52 boost to work with, gets past 1, tries to put it over Junior, but Junior with a nice sneaky save. Now down to Med to Cat, gets a stop, but Bubs gets a well-needed 50 into that left corner. Bubs has Pigeon in front of him, carries it over Med once again, but Med gets it right in the air of it. Bubs, great pass out to Gat. That shot on net, but Med with the save. Pigeon, 20 boost to work with, looking for this double, but Junior is there on the backboard. Very well. Great defense coming out of Legit, you know, just making sure the pressure doesn't get to their head. Cat with a 50. This is still dangerous for Legit as Pigeon comes in for a shot, unable to find his mark. Cat leaves it for Matt as stopped by Bubs, putting it over to Junior. Just last man with boost, but Pigeon puts it dangerous. That's towards the box, but Cat not able to get the touch. Wow, quick 1-2 coming out of Legit. That's a double, but it's not in. Now trying to keep the play going. Stopped by Lotus. 2 Lotus players very close together. Might work out in their favor though. 1-2 from Lotus. Junior needs to get a save off the crossbar again though. Lotus just finding their maker in that crossbar. Gad with the shot off the mark onto the post. My God, that 4th man for Legit is putting in the work. Bubs just puts it towards Pigeon. Man, not able to pick up the boost and follow the play as Pigeon gets it past 2. Now though, Cat gets a pinch right under Gad's nose, but Bubs says, I can smell it better than you can. A double onto the backboard, but not unable to do anything with it. Gad unable to find the touch as Junior comes in, stops by Pigeon, heading into this left corner. Lil just ruling to find a clear here. They're getting desperate. Pressure is starting to build. You know, only 90 seconds left just to get an equalizer, let alone a lead. Man, gets that first touch, unable to find a double. Bubs with a clear. That's that right wall. Cat first one to it. Might look for a teammate though. Gets a hard 50. Man, though keeping it in play. Bubs 40 boost to work with from the ceiling to himself. Gets it past 1. Junior needs to get a strong clear, but Gad reading where he wants to go. Gad, Pigeon there. Pigeon with a double. That might be on net. Pinch coming out of Cats and Junior. Cat reading the pinch. That's a dangerous read, but Bubs gets a nice touch onto the backboard. 50 seconds left. Legit needs to keep on going. Man has possession. Flicks it over one, but Pigeon sends it high as Junior hits it onto the backboard, but Gad coming in before he can do so. Bubs, strong shot on that, stopped by Cats. Now into the corner, Matt is up, doesn't have the read. That's not too dangerous as Junior off the backboard once again. 30 seconds though, Legit need to find something here. Clock is ticking, so are your chances. Junior in the corner, couldn't get it past Gad. Gad just a lot stronger than he can ever be, but Cat finds himself in the corner. Ooh, awkward touch. But Matt coming in, just trying to make that play keep going. 19 seconds left. Lil just getting desperate, just flying to the ball. Man has possession. This can be the very last chance that Lil just has. Under 1, but Bubs keeps it to himself, looking for a double. And Lotus just trying to keep possession here. 5 seconds left. That might go in. Cat with a save. 2 seconds left. Matt has to keep it up. It's in the wall. Pigeon's gonna let it die. No one reading it from Legit, and that will be game. Lotus Gaming take it in 6. And wow. Incredible defense coming out of Lotus Gaming at that very end. 4 saves to Legit's having 7 saves for themselves, but you know, Lotus just kept the possession overall through that game, and the boost consumption. Lotus Gaming having 1,100 more boost consumption than Legit might be a big factor to why they took it. But what a great game. Pigeon, Bubs, and Gad will be going on to the finals, as they did take that game. But my, what a game. And here we have joining us, Bubs. How was that series for you, man?
It was rough.
It was rough.
It was nail biter, but happy we won. I didn't play good. I got a little tilted. and kind of got into my own head, but it's okay because my team went crazy.
I mean, yeah, you guys did have those few games that you guys lost, but you guys did take it back very well, as taking those games just in your favor. And you had a game where you scored all the goals for Lotus game. You did get all assists from Gadaira, but overall, I wouldn't say you had a bad day at all. But a lot of people in chat just rooting for you. You have been having a great debut. But you do go on to the finals. I know you don't know many of the teams here, but as one team you may know, Spate Esports have been upset. So this could be your major for Lotus Gaming to take. But congrats to you guys. How do you feel just heading into finals? Has your mental recovered?
Feeling good knowing that I get to have a little breather between the games. Overall, confident. I think we're gonna win. Got to get justice for Spate. Gotta get some vengeance for my boy Molly. But yeah, feeling good.
Well, thank you for joining us, Bubs, and that will be game number 1 of day 2 of the Spade Major. Next up, we have IFU, which consists of Bax, OG Shooter, and Rad Moves against Life's a Game, Legacy, Racing, and World. We have a heater coming up for you guys, so don't go anywhere, as we will be back straight after this break.
Together we'll fall apart.
Something about you feels so different. Yeah, you mess me up inside. It's like your energy was kissing my soul back to life, was living. Now it feels like every part of me is dying. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. All alone, can you losing my mind? And this goes down. And this goes down. Every message that I send you, you just leave them all unread. Now every part of me is hurting, cross my heart. I don't deserve this. Loved you just for you to haunt me in the end. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. All alone, think I'm losing my mind. And this goes down. I'm losing my mind, yeah. I'm losing my mind, and this goes down. Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch of artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch, artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. How can you know what's in our mind, when in between the good and bad there's such a thin line? How can you know what's in our heart, when often hate motivates and love tears you apart? Artificial love. artificial love. Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love.
Flashing lights dance with fire in the night. I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by. Is this feeling lying? Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up desire. What am I supposed to do? 'Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Baby, I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Yeah. Moving through all my feels, you're blurring out my vision. Watching your every smile like your television. In your eyes I see myself, I'm falling. Make it make sense, it must be the temptation speaking. What am I supposed to do? 'Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution.
Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't want another, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chasing it.
Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray for us? Oh, baby, can you pray? 'Cause every time you make time, it's holy to the end. So pray tonight. So you won't know it. For everywhere run that we had, Mr. Right, and I knew it. But I've been ready every day. You know everything's alright. Are they gonna pray? Are you gonna pray tonight? Pray for me and fast. Baby, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray for me and fast. Gotta pray for me and fast. Baby, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray for me and baby, can you pray? 'Cause every time you make time, it's only to the end. So pray tonight. For every round that we have, Mr. Right, and I knew it. And I'll be ready every day. You know everything's alright. Are they gonna pray? Are you gonna pray? Don't play with my heart. Just let me go. Please let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open scars and then you blame it on me. You're someone I could never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Why'd you love so hard and then just throw it away? You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me.
We're playing with fire. down. We kept running from the shadows in the night, realizing it was not worth the fight. Moving on alone was what felt right, 'cause we were never meant to be. Dum dum da dum day, dum dum da dum day, dum dum da dum day. 'Cause we were never meant to be. It feels good, a new beginning. We are free at last.
Hello everybody and welcome back to our last semi-final match for Spate Major day number 2. I'm your host JJ and I am joined by the magnificent Biggles.
Oh, that's such kind words, JJ. Thank you very much. It's good to be back, of course. As the previous round went to the Lotus Gaming team over the Jets, I call them that. That's a 4-2, so it was a closer battle than what was to be expected. But right now we have the IFU and the Lag Gaming. Now remember, IFU had to beat Alliance Esports by Alliance Esports got 2 games on IFU, and then Lag Gaming got 4-1 for Spade Esports. Here we go, Butt. It's game time.
IFU, OG Shooter, Rad Moves and Bags versus Life's a Game. Racing World and Legacy World already having to make that save, going up for an air dribble, puts it under Bags though. Legacy coming in, but OG Shooter, Racing not with the best 50 there. OG Shooter with another possible shot, that's going to the corner and it just goes in. Early one going in from IFU.
Great shot. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, just there it is there. Lag couldn't quite get, maybe he had too much lag. Couldn't quite get the spin around to defend that one. Of course, back in the net. So there you go, first score. Generally, let's say first to score wins the series. So we'll see if that's going to pan out later on. But you can break curses, as they say.
Legacy, one of the highlight players in Life's a Game, just trying to break that curse here, but unable to find that touch in the corner. Backs with possession, Radman's following close. Pinch coming off the 2. Legacy, though, in that corner, sees it up to himself, trying to go off the ceiling, but not the pinch in his favor. Racing off that sidewall, being bumped out. Legacy there with a shot. Radman's has that save into that right corner. Will take a boost, has a touch, backs, now putting it far towards that net, but all 3 back from LAG. Now Racing up in the air, World there to support his teammate, has passed out to mid, Legacy up, but back, stopping it in its tracks.
Dangerous bounce like that one, hit the ceiling straight back down. They couldn't pick it up, and that's a dangerous area to be running the ball across your front of your goal area. Bold and brave on that one. Let's see if it's going to pay off for OG. Shut up. Shots fired there on the top of the crossbar, picked up by World, getting the tap in it. Will it go to his teammate? Yes, it will. So good grinding. Gets a good tap on it. Here we go. World putting a shot. Here we go. Straight through there. Great defense. Had to be, because that ball was definitely going in. Still said to leave it another day. Great racing. Great playing, of course. They're out racing cars, of course. But Rocket League, and you expect this semifinals.
Now though, 90 seconds gone. Biggles, a lot happening on the field here as OG Shooter, just going straight over World. Racing having to come in for that last second save. Shooter trying to just keeping it in with the stuff, but comes back around. World gets a touch to that corner. Now Legacy down to his teammate. World off the wall. That's on net. 2 having to come out from IFU, but save the barrage. Pass out to mid. That's on net, but Radov's with another save. Back to back shots. That one's just coming in off of 50, and that doesn't go in. OG Shooter has the follow up and secures it.
He had to at that point with both players, and look how close it was. Great playing action from both ends of the field. You saw such fantastic shots from both teams, such an even better defense from both teams. At that point, that was chase that ball down. Obviously, at this point, you'd have to say that IFU just got the advantage. But I tell you what, this game is definitely not over, because both teams are really putting some great shots on. It's just a matter of a lapse right now. Blink in your defense, and it could be all over.
Now though, miss coming out from IFU. OG Shooter though, straight to Backs off that bicycle touch, and Backs just an open net. running away with it for a 3-goal lead.
Just like that, as I said, like little bit of defense there. Bang, you couldn't get back in time. Of course, Bax is completely on top of that one. If World was a day late, $1 short, he could have got that ball. Anyway, they've got it. I like it. I think just continue playing lag gaming exactly the way you are, because you definitely put some great shots on. Even though you got a 3-goal deficit right now, I'm very sure that they're capable of getting it done. They just got to be that one step quicker at the moment than IFU, and they're on top of it. So we'll see.
Now though, World with possession here. Brayson having to come in just for support to his teammate as Bax takes over. Pass out to midfield, but Radwich is not unable to move up as Brayson trying to clear it out, but OG Shuda getting in the way, one to himself off the nose of a defender. Legacy having to come in onto that backboard, but Bax, possible shot. Legacy getting that well-needed clear, but into the hands of Bax. No one from IFU pushing up though, just not having the confidence in that offensive play. World nearly with the stub, just pushed into the corner though. Shuda just being a great player for his team overall throughout this entire first game.
That's a defense here. Big bang. Oh, almost got through the players. It's on the net area. There's Baxi, gets one. Just like that, isn't it? From one end of the court to the other. You've just turned some great defense into some great offense, and that's exactly what the IFU team have been producing so far in game one. They've stepped it up in extra gear, I think, at this point. Maybe the defense is starting to crumble just a little bit from lag gaming, and they're going to have to probably huddle and contemplate about that one going into game two.
Both teams, even in saves, but, just IFU able to find the back of the net more often than not, especially with more shots on net. It's currently 8-6 shots in favor of IFU. Just, even though life's a game is in the game, their life must be flatlining as they're being rushed to the hospital because IFU is putting on a clinic. OG Shuda down to Radu's. Shuda trying to find a pass back, but just not able to make contact as it goes into Bax's nose.
It was a great demo, of course. He said he had one defender back at that one, so it could have paid off. Going to keep playing this offense right now. They're going to bring it up to the ceiling. Rad moves has just timed that one perfectly. Can he get a tap on it, clear one of the players? No, he hasn't. So this is a problem right now. It's going into the corner, and they're chasing it down late game. As you can see, he's missed it right there, but picked up on the second one. It's in the midfield. Who's going to reach it first? Lag will, but it's tap it past the player, but straight back to Rad moves, and all they can do right now is milk the clock. In fact, they're sending it down the other end to apply that offense again and putting lag back into the corner there. Going lags back on the corner across on their own defensive end. They're not offending, and that's just the key, isn't it, to keeping that 4 deficit score in that exact position.
I mean, yeah, IFU just doing amazing overall. There's a reason they put 4 goals on the net, and LAG hasn't been able to put any. But if you're LAG here, at the very least, you want to get that one momentum goal as it's soaring towards back their net. Just an unfortunate touch coming off a defender, and that is now a 5-goal lead for IFU.
Yeah, at this point now, you can see there was also a downward stuff like that. They're not even bothering to defend, and I can't blame that game. There's no point in trying to defend. You just got to try to get it. At least get one in the back in the back of the net, of course, from game one. And once again, you want to have that confidence goal. You want to feel that it is possible to score against IFU, and then think that momentum going into game two. That's the best thing you're going to be thinking about as a team. Don't worry about this one, but it's only game one, best of 7 series, plenty of time. We've seen it before in the past. There it is, just like that. Good Grind Legacy has exactly, read the rule book that I just mentioned. Get a good confidence goal here.
Rad moves nearly with the save, just going a bit too far backwards. You just want to stay planted on that front post, but just overcommitting to that rotation puts himself in a bad spot, and that just leads to that first goal for Life's a Game, which is great. You never want to be going into game 2 scoreless, especially with a 5-goal lead, about to be 6 from your opponents. Good save coming out of Legacy, but
they chased that one down, mate. It's like a puppy dog with a bone, for sure. They wanted to make sure that they weren't going to concede another goal and not even perhaps be Brazil. But there it is, IFU. Oh, it took a little while, didn't it? A lot of great plays between both the teams. You see those statistics as well. But they're coming up there, as you said, like the shots. Everybody's taking shots too for now, and it's like a machine gun, isn't it? In a war movie, just shots fired everywhere. That's those only one demo, 2 demos actually, but those saves, of course, made all the difference. Great teams, and I'm confident. Lag are just going to put this one behind themselves and say, okay, we are capable of beating IFU, and IFU, of course, well, if Lag Gaming start to lag a little bit on their defense like before, then IFU will have it.
I mean, yeah, IFU just need to keep up this pressure, just finding LAG lacking in a lot of those defensive positions. LAG just overcommitting too much on offense. It seems like just leaving the net a bit open, but Gotta hand it to IFU, just making the most out of every position they have. But as we head on to game number 2, we go into Forbidden Temple. Biggles, who is running away with it this time?
I wouldn't say IFU's running away with it. I'd say because I think Lag Game are well aware of what they need to do. They need to apply that pressure. They just got to be careful on, if they do miss those opportunities for a goal, they've got to make sure they get back, because that's exactly where the counterattacks are coming from IFU pretty quickly. And you don't want to give up a couple of silly, I wouldn't say silly, but just, small mistakes and errors and give an easy goal to IFU, because they're going to be a tough team to beat. You need to be on your A game right now. And so pay attention in school here to your teachers and put on your best performance to get the best grade. And they're under massive attack just like that. Bang, backs. Too much on the back foot. What do you think happened there?
Just a lot of pressure building up. Legacy not with the strongest touch as World commits to it, and Legacy just being a bit too hasty with that jump, just not able to be in a position for that. And just, if we're talking about grades, Bax and Shooter getting an A+ right there as just a nice common passing play. Just going by the book. Now though, kickoff in favor of IFU as it goes into Shooter's hands. Shooter almost getting a pass too, but Legacy getting in the way of it. Rad moves going for a mind play right now as he puts it past one, flicks it over the second, but Legacy back in time. Now pass down the race, and OG Shooter trying to interrupt it as much as he can, staying with it, and Rad moves with the demo. Small touch on it though, just not letting OG Shooter get back into it as Bax comes into the play. Not been seeing too much of Bax, but how can you be so present with IFU has been so dominant on that offense? Is there much for you to do anyways?
Hey, good players. Start to work really well with the teams. Look at that, bang, straight down there from downtown into the corner there. Baxi everywhere. Brad moves his course. Look at that. Lag, you got to give it to Lag Racing. Got the pinch on it, didn't he? But the problem is when he pinched it, he sent it straight to the only player he didn't want to send it to, which was Bax. And Bax puts one in the back of the net. That's a 2-goal deficit. Get that out of your heads, but let's see if they get a kickoff goal perhaps there. At least try it. They committed a couple players up there. There goes the demo, but that's probably the Rad moves doing a clever demo there by ridding that 2-on-1 attack. And that's a part of a great defensive maneuver, and that's the reason why IFU are in their semi-finals right now, performing like that. These clears, don't they? Late gaming, you've got it, and you get the clears. You can't be. The problem is you can't be clear it straight back to your opponents. You got to get over them like that. Gets over one, almost two, and then again it's going back down the other end. I said it's always easier said than done, my friend, but I don't play this game. Trust me, I would have. These guys would just annihilate me, but. That's what it looks like up here in the casting booth.
Of course, if we're good enough to be on the pitch, we'd be there, but these players, just a testament to their skill, already winning their books during this major, trying to find that second one here. You never want to be that team that's eliminated. Strong shot on by Rad moves, racing back with Legacy, and Legacy just being the first one to the punch. OG Shooter on the ball now, beat out by World, and Life's a Game, they really just want to start doing what they're known for. Life's a Game just really good into the passing plays. Haven't been seeing that this much during this series. And as I say that, passing play starting to develop, but stop by IFU.
Ooh,
Second one, stop. The wall growing stronger and stronger, Never able to figure out what IFU stands for, just International Forced Unit. Because no matter what's in their way, they're just going to stop it. That's my guess. Because I know you had your own take yesterday.
No, your guess is right. And even out there in the chat, hello Nemesis, I will be reading that chat when we get a chance to take our eyes off the screen, because it's been a high-powered offenses on both sides, and you're absolutely correct on that one. It was closer than it looked. It was definitely closer than it looked. It's an opportunity, charging 1,000,000 miles an hour. Once again, it's got to be frustrating, isn't it, if you're late gaming? It's like, okay, open net, and then out of somewhere, there's always an IFU defender at the right place at the wrong time for them. And they got to just get that out of their head and keep it up and keep that. Look at this, nobody home. I don't know why. It looks like Lag Racing went out to reach for the boost. It was very, very lucky leaving the net open on that one.
Oh no, but speaking of racing, yeah, he did leave the net open, almost making up for it, just getting a flick over the defender, but hit the crossbar, and even though nobody was home, just not able to put that shot on net, just gonna cost him there, Only 100 seconds left on that clock, being down by 2, you really need to start getting something going. Pinch out to World, but Radin was just there midfield, racing a bit awkward for this ball. Not going to make contact.
They both missed it, and then this area that Maxi's actually overcooked it, but it doesn't matter. In fact, he probably set a dummy. They probably all looked just like I did at Bax. Going, okay, Bax is going in for it, and then look, Red Move says, no, it's mine, my friend. Straight down the middle, nothing but net. He's no couch potato. And do you think that was the dummy play to take the attention away? Caught my attention, that's for sure.
I mean, yeah, of course. You know, if you're on that defense, just seeing that decoy go up, you know, the ball is right in front of your net, and right behind the ball is it's a blue tag. You're gonna be fearing for your life. The Legacy, fearing for his life, takes a shot of his own and gets the kill.
I think they're a little bit upset about that little trick shot. Oh, that's because Bax couldn't get it. And look at that, Rad moves too far back in the net area, couldn't get the flip off of it. Hey, there you go, confidence boost goal. At the moment, once again, it's coming a little bit too late here for lag gaming. Now, you're a little bit more time on your clock right now. Get a quick goal, and you're back in it. So here we go. Let's see if Good Grind can get a pinch on us. He's going to be charging down 1,000,000 miles an hour, but you needed somebody behind you to follow through on the ball because you know there's probably like a 99.9% chance that somebody in IFU was going to get the block. So you had to counter the block and charge 1,000,000 miles an hour. And at the moment, it can't be a defending at this point against you. And so there it is. So IFU are going to steal this game away, I think, for now. Never say never, but I think that's what they're going to do, isn't it? Did you see that breakdown of set from leg gaming? They've basically got to play a second man back, man or woman, and expect a block, and then have your second person charge it in after. I think that may be a strategy that they need to do because so far IFU's defense has been so amazing, isn't it? There's always a player there.
Yeah, you know, another option you can take is just going for those demolitions. You know, if there's no defense, there is no worry.
Demo. Yeah.
Yeah. Rad moves, pinch off the ceiling, Legacy getting a read on it back, so already back for it. Now going past World looking for a pass back, but Shooter just staying with it, trying to be as annoying as possible. 50, but go straight to Rad moves. As you said, someone from IFU is always there no matter where you hit the ball. Even if you try being unpredictable, IFU has predicted it. You know, just keeping that pressure going. Not much that LAG can do there, especially off a whiff from Legacy. You know, that's most likely going to be a 4-1 lead, trying to replicate game number 1 as they're looking for that 5th and final goal, but OG Shooter not able to make anything out of that pass.
Love to see another down that one with the double offensive attack. Here we go, but a misplay of shot straight there. Come on, a second attempt. Oh, and time's done on the side. I'm not quite sure if they would have actually defended that one. That was certainly close, but see the second attempts that are there for it. And Rad moves, of course, the couch potato in the unicorn, getting it done for his team, of course, OG Shoulder and Bax. They're all a team. You win and lose as a team. You can see the assists, the saves, the shots. But once again, it's seeing that little 42% of the ball possession that's just in the favor there of IFU. See whether or not at the moment leg gaming can get that 40, you know, get over to 50s, I think, or at least make 50s. A little bit more ball possession for them might help. Where else do you think that lag gaming can kind of pick up on their gaming, apart from getting a better internet connection with latency? Just joking about that one. There's no problems with the latency. Any other way you think, JJ, that they can kind of pick up this game and have to take game 3, basically, or hopefully take game 3?
You know, as they're taking their time out here, there's a lot to deliberate, whether it's just not finding each other during those passes or just pushing up too far as second and third man. You know, they're throwing a lot at the board, but I think they're just forgetting that even if you have so much up, all it takes is a simple pop over you to be lost in the sauce. You know, LAG just need to be communicating more, just finding each other and just really understanding the pitch a little better. You know, at times it feels like they're a little lost, and that's just because they're not communicating all the information they have available to themselves. If I am on that LAG roster, I want to say, hey, just keep your head in the game. You know, I know we just lost by like those last 2 games, but we haven't lost this series. There's always a chance, and we need to take it. You know, it hasn't been as far apart as it seems. You know, you just look at the shot differential, and it's only a 2-shot difference. You know, so those 4-5 goal leads that IFU has, you know, isn't really much. All it takes is 1 more inch for LAG to really get back to it, and I'm hoping with that timeout that they're able to do so.
And you're exactly right. And if I was a kind of a coach there huddling all those cars in the garage, I'd be saying, remember, guys, to get here, right, we had to beat Spate Esports. They're the number 2 seed. We knocked out the number 2 seed. They only got 1 game to us. We knocked them out to get here. So we are very capable as a team of getting the job done. I think out there, Nemesis may be a supporter there of the leg. And another thing I was kind of thinking about is that if your strategy is not working so much, why not slow the ball down a little bit, or just do that passing play, perhaps?
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Just communicating where you're on the pitch, just having that information available. You're going to start seeing those spots open up. You know, the vision is there, and they have seen it through. Great out of LAG. You know, you just look back at their first debut when they were Spate Academy Green, and they had the best shot in the entire circuit just through passing plays alone. You know, Legacy, as I said, when he first joined the roster,
there's another attack here.
Highlight player, nearly going in. But yeah, you know, just LAG just finally finding each other, and you know that shows a lot of promise.
They are showing a lot more promise coming out of the gate in game 3 because they kind of realize we do need to get this game, guys, because we can't be going into a game 4 scenario not at the level against the IFU team currently playing. So look at that, they're applying the pressure on at the moment. Here we go, chase it all the way down the other end. Ad's going to pick up on that one. He had to pick up on that one. It's going to go straight to leg, racing, and there it is. Boom. Gets the second one for him. What a different team in game 3 now.
Niagara Falls has been visited as that ball just waterfalls down straight into the hands of Racing World with the beautiful 50, just teeing it up to the ceiling, just coming straight down like a gift from God, you know, just that 2-goal lead. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, game number 3 is the first time we've seen LAG not only have a lead, but put 2 goals onto the scoreboard. And I mean, that is a
three,
great
maybe.
win.
Make that 3, maybe. Look at the ball. Can anybody slam it in? And there's the backup for it. Another angle. Almost the third one. Got to get back on defense, guys, because you don't want to get IFU all fired up. They're very capable of scoring 4 goals or 5 goals in a match, remember? So, yeah, you can't let your guard down right now. You can't stop at a gas station and fill up. You have to go until that tank is empty. Because at the moment, hey, look at this. Shots fired all from downtown. It had to be picked up. But look at the pressure they're applying on the defense.
Things are just starting to heat up. I mean, just overall, this has been a lot more fundamentally just better Rocket League coming out of LAG. You know, IFU just not having a lot of resistance against them those past 2 games. Now suddenly being met by it, it's going to throw out their entire game plan. And Bax, though, making up for it with a great double off the backboard.
Oh, fantastic Bax, and that's the thing. You don't want to also, if late game, you don't want to get Baxy all excited, do you? You want to get Baxy fired up. It's like a superstar in any sport that you see. You know, they're not necessarily playing well at the start of a game, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere and just fire up shots from tooth and nail from everywhere, and you're like, oh, what have we just done? We've just awoken a sleeping giant. So they got to make sure they don't awaken a sleeping giant, and they're still putting that pressure on, which is great. Second player to come through, gets bouncing right down the net area. Can they tap it in? Just a little tap it in. You've seen Happy Gilmore just tap it home. Can't quite get it done, but they've got a second opportunity. Cleared away. Be careful of Rad moves when he gets that ball cleared away, and good defense, yeah, because Rad's going to put straight on. Shot attempts, here we go, passing play. Grind gets a tap on it. There's only one. Bax is back. It will come back at the moment, so they're going to have to regain themselves. Try to find your players, find your opponents, and clear across the top bar.
You know, LAG nearly coming out with a beautiful team bump play, almost working out in their favor, but, you know, they still have this 1-goal lead with 2 minutes left on the clock. Legacy puts it over 1, now into the hands of Rad Moves with a strong clear, but Racing just waiting midfield, immediately challenging the ball against Shooter. Might look for a third
clears
player.
1, clears 2, yeah.
But back, you know, just getting there in time, you know. Ball going in the favor of LAG still, but just unable to do it. I mean, man, you just think about that one last attack that they just had, and even though it was relentless, IFU did hold very strong.
Got to clear that one. Yep, here we go. Look at this offense. It's such a different team. They're playing with communication. They're reading each other's passing plays. And look at that. They're just striking. They're just a little bit of misaccuracy towards the end, but I would take that one any day of the week, because the thing is, more importantly, is you're taking those shots at your opponent's goal. And you're also making them having to provide some defense. And that's a crucial thing, because, you know, when they've been on their back foot against IFU have been capable of scoring. So this is a fantastic game. It's what you like to see, but it ain't over, of course. And even with that one insurance goal for late gaming, that's not going to be enough against IFU. They're going to have to, they know they want to put another one in the back of the net, and this is their attempt. But they're getting the ball position. That's the key. They're touching the ball a lot more, and we all know in any sports with a ball, the more touches you get on the ball, the better.
Yeah, of course, but, you know, IFU just starting to get this counter-attack going, even though they haven't had all the touches on the field. They are going to try to make the most out of the few opportunities they get. You know, shot coming out from Rad Moves, top left corner. I mean, one shot is all he needs to take.
That's why you can't let your guard down against this team, can you? For 1 second. The defense was there, just a little bit to the left of them. And now, don't panic, as I say, do not panic just yet. Because you don't need to be panicking around LA Gaming. You've still got another game up your sleeve, but, you know, keep playing the way you've been playing. And I'm sure you may be able to get a goal here. I don't think you really want it to go to OT. If I was them, I think they want to seal the deal and take game 3 right now. Oh, look at that, cleared right over. They're in dangerous territory right now if they can't get this ball back up the other end. And they just did. Good to see another day. Rad could only get a small pinch on it.
Legacy putting one towards net, just a bit slow, has it pass back out into the box. Racing, looking for demos there. You know, last 8 seconds, if you're LAG, you really don't want to lose this game. You had that 2-goal lead, and you don't want to throw away there. Passing play coming out, but Bax reading it, just getting to the source of it as the ball stays up. Racing, putting it to midfield, Legacy there, but Racing just uses the muskie with Shuda, keeping it up. It's in their favor, it's in the midfield, just with the carries. Anyone from IFU there, Radnos with a shot, but stopped by LAG.
OT time, come out of the gates as quickly as possible. Even get a kickoff goal, you might be able to do something about this, but it's OT. They need to get game 3, Lag Gaming. You got to get it. Like, you got to be very disappointed with yourself as a team. If you don't get it the way you've been playing coming in game 3, like just this, look at this. But keep a offensive going. Maybe a second attempt here. Anybody back there to follow it through? No. Good coming up, and that's cleared around the other end. Now they're going to play a little bit of defense. You have to get a good clear, dangerous clear across the net area. But lucky to see, live to see another day on that one. And you got to get it out of your area because IFU's coming. And I'll tell you what, thick and fast. Maybe slow the ball down. Here it is. It gets clears past one player. But it has been tapped back again. And they've denied backs the ball, which is probably a good thing to do. Don't want IFU to score.
Racing, popping in high, World looking for a double. And I'm going to go to the second one. Legacy comes in out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Putting it in and securing game number 3.
They got it. Yep. They deserved it. Nothing against IFU, of course. I mean, IFU is a great team. I just wanted to see. We always want to see more of a game here up in the casting studio. We do want to see a nice battle, and I honestly think Lag Gaming, they came out playing a whole different ball team with that one, didn't they? You could just tell by the shots. Look at the shot ratio: 7 and 7. That's 14, and then
17 to 5
17.
shots.
Exactly.
But I mean you have to hand it to IFU. You know, IFU did have 9 saves. You know, relentless offense coming out of LAG, but IFU just making sure that that defense stays on lock. But 17 shots is outrageous. You know, only having those 3 goals, you know, is a testament to how close these games are. You know, regardless of the relentless attacks that are happening, that doesn't mean you're gonna go through. But LAG, you know, very happy for them. They did have that lead, and that's a very pivotal game for them to keep them in the swing of things, big goals.
I heard, somebody in the chat there at the moment saying, shouting it out there, Never says, that is what he's talking about. Let's go. I heard you over the car sounds. That's how loud you're screaming. Well, good to have support for your teams. But once again, got to remember this team's on top at the moment, and that's the very reason Baxy's getting fired up. He's like, all right, we can't concede another game to you guys. We're going to come out of the gate firing on this one. And once again, Lag Gaming got to come back and go, look, one game at a time, guys. That's all you need to do, one game at a time.
I mean, that's just a full court passing play, you know, just in that back right corner, just from OG Shuda down to Radmoves. Radmoves popping it high onto the backboard where Bax just got the last touch, you know, World on the middle of contact, and Legacy hits it off the crossbar, just unfortunately bounces in. Legacy with a miss, racing, getting a pass back to World. World just taking his time, but Bax coming in quickly like a speed demon he is. Radmoves with the 50 in favor of World, though, as OG Shuda having to come in as this third man. Now 100 boost off the corner, keeps it low, has options in midfield, has to try to stay with it as much as possible as Racing comes in to just stop the offense that they're providing.
He had to at that point. I think that was a little big trouble. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Open net area. Can he get it to the corner? Oh, it was so close. That crossbar stack had another bit of punishment. Once again, but then again, in the previous match, wasn't it? They took so many shots, and eventually at some point, the law of averages. Going to defend that one. Yeah, I'd just say continue those shots, guys, because it had been working. It's good passing play here. Brilliant passing play. Also brilliant defense. Once again from IFU. But that's again, I think, you know, keep applying those shots. At some point, IFU will have to make a mistake. They have had many mistakes before. But you've also got to get back and defend on your end too, guys, because you're well aware that IFU can easily put one on the back of net when you have the likes of Bax, Radmoves, and OG in town.
OG's just trying to take it a long way, but saved by Racing. Racing just trying to make sure that LAG stays in it, you know. LAG thankfully got that last one, and, you know, Legacy almost able to put on net, but World soaring into the corner, nearly has the double, leaving it for his teammate Shuda with the miss. Bax having to come in. Legacy popping it up. Is anyone from LAG there? No. Legacy having to take it himself as he goes into the corner. No boost still coming out as Brad moves with 100, will pass out to mid. World not the first one too, as OG Suda passes into backs. No boost to work with though. Legacy is high in the air, but OG Suda getting over him off the ceiling with the reset. That goes over to the World with the last second save. Oh, but that just goes in.
Through. I was about to say, with Rad with the follow through was that's the key, because they spent all their effort, didn't they, trying to defend that one shot, and they forgot there's also Rad in the background coming in at 47 miles an hour to put one on there, and that's a 2-goal advantage. Lag Gaming got to get out there and continue that offensive attacks that you're doing, because you know you've taken many shots at goal at the moment. Keep them up.
Oh, really a great redirect coming out from Shuda. Had the right idea, but just sent it to the wrong side of the post there. Legacy long clear. Shuda, the one back though, has control, taking his time. Very smart out of him. You know, you just never want to throw away that possession, because possession is key. You know, a lot of teams, they just tend to get caught up in the pressure and just give it up. But you know, Shuda just showing why you shouldn't. You know, nearly getting that double tap all by himself, even without the boost. Brad moves though on defense, now down over the backs, has options here, tries to put it back into midfield. The World there on the back line. Brad moves though, going low with the fake.
Wow,
what a save.
Had to be a save, otherwise it would have been a 3-0 advantage to IFU. So I'm sure he's very, very happy that he got that save done at the moment, but the time's ticking out, just under 2 minutes now. They're going to have to think about getting a goal soon for Lag Gaming. They're certainly trying, I guarantee you that. They're not sitting back having a picnic.
I mean, yeah, IFU just have that 2-goal lead. They've been holding on to it. You know, they didn't even have to play the possession game too strong. You know, they're just playing it very slow, playing it very methodical, just making sure they don't slip up. You know, you don't need to have the best offense or defense. You just need to have a consistent one. But Legacy, finding a crack in that consistency, just goes straight through that opening.
Great play. He beat, that's the defense that he beat once, and he shut it off. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, no, it wasn't. It looked like that the defender, I was thinking the defender was trying to cover off the other Lag Gaming player that was also in the net area trying to tap it in. It looked like it could have been a passing play. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It worked. They have one on the board. They have 1:30 on the clock. They have time. But this is like, look at Rad. It's going to be a waterfall drop. Vax mixed it. Now they're going to come down the other end. Attack, pick up the boost. But look at that clear, brilliant clear. All the way down the other end from OG. Definitely saved a goal, but Baxi is back.
Just a very quick one, you know, just reading where the defender is, see that he's caught up on that backboard, just being a little too antsy, expecting Bax to go high, but Bax, with a strong pinch off the defender, unfortunately just goes straight under the nose of Racing, you know, just putting them back in that 2-goal deficit, you know, with less time on the clock. It's going to have to take some real last-second heroics for LAG to take game number 4.
I think they're going to almost throw everything in the kitchen sink at this now. They should, with 1 minute on the clock. Yeah, to get 2 goals, you got to just commit everything. Say all 3 players up, and they are, aren't they? Yep. Lag just back there to put a shot on goal area to his teammate. All broken up play. They've got to take the ball. They've got to steal the ball out of IFU currently at the moment. They can't allow IFU to control and dominate the ball. They have to get every touch they possibly can. There's touches. That's perfect for them, but keep it up. Lag gets a touch here. Anybody going to slam it home at 1,000,000 miles an hour? Oh, look at that. The goal, all goes open. Fair enough on that one. Yeah. But it's worth, hey, your maximum risk and maximum reward. You had to go for it on that one because you know your deficit's too far down now. But it was a good attempt towards the end there. And all right, you still got another game, but Lag Game, remember that. But just great play there, isn't it? My view.
No, life's
great defense at that point.
And yeah, you know, even though Life's game had a very strong start last game, and even we're looking pretty good heading into this one, IFU just, you know, just keeping on that grip, just ensuring that they're not allowing anything through. You know, LAG have already used their timeout, you know, in after game number 2, so they're going to just really have to dig deep as IFU is going to head into match point as we're going to head into game number 5.
I'm wondering at the moment, and we've heard some from some of the team captains before in the interviews, if they're that confident that right now IFU are just thinking about, okay guys, are we going to just test some of our strategies for potentially the next round, of course, of Lotus Gaming? Are they thinking of Lotus Gaming right now, or are they still concerned about this game with Lag Gaming?
You know, if I was IFU, I'd still be very concerned. Like, you just look at the stats that LAG, they weren't as strong on shots, you know, going from 17 shots to 4, but you just look at their possession, you know, they had slightly more possession than IFU, but that boost consumption, having about 900 more boosts they used up compared to IFU, that's 9 whole big pads just that LAG had in their favor. So you just want to make sure that you stay focused on the game in front of you, because if you look too far in the future, you're going to run into what's right in front of you. So you just have to make sure that you stay on top of it.
And that's pretty much one of the first times we've seen, isn't it? Like the lag game, it had more ball possession, more touches, you said, and more boost on this. So didn't quite work, but they're taking those shots. All they needed to do, unfortunately, that time around, just a little bit better defense from IFU. They got to keep chiseling away at the IFU's defense here and make sure they put them on the back foot. Just once again, if you had to go to who's the best defensive team overall, of course, you have to give it to IFU. Their defense is playing better. Offensive-wise, I'd have to say both teams are pretty even Stevens on this one. They're both are very good at getting the shots at the ball in the back of the net. Problem is, sometimes your best offense is the defense.
No. I would say LAG is like a spiky mountain, having their highs and their lows, but when they are high, it is impossible to breathe in that semi, The relentless shots, having 17 shots in that one game. But I mean, IFU have been as strong as a brick wall, strong enough to knock some people out who try running into them, but also just keeping out whatever threats come in, because they have been so consistent all around, no matter where they are on the pitch. They're just stopping everything that goes in their way. And when an opportunity comes, they take as Bax puts it down and puts it in.
I think Bax just answered your statement right there, my friend. He's putting his mouth where the words are, as I would say, something like that. Anyway, putting your money where your mouth is, things like that. Anyway, welcome everybody in the chat. I hope you're enjoying yourself. This is the semi-finals. This could very well be the last semi-finals, because at the moment, as you can see on there, you have IFU with 3-game advantage of only 1 game there for Lag Gaming. That played brilliantly. Had to do it in overtime too, remember, to get that first game. Tiring out. There it is. OG gets one. And hey, it's good to OG. He hasn't had a goal in a little while, because remember, they are a team. He's been more of the playmaker than the one that, gets to celebrate the goal. But this is also something interesting, because now you got to remember, Lotus Gaming is sitting here just watching this. They're cool, calm, collective, maybe doing a little bit of practice in the other court in the background. But they're going to be relaxed going into the next match, the finale. And while as IFU have had sweated out a little bit here against Lag Gaming. Still not over. I don't think I'm closing the curtain just yet. The book is not closed. There's still 3 minutes and change to go. A couple of goals and they can be back in it.
Yeah, this is very important, because not only going to be out of the tournament, but, you just think about the weight of this match. This is a $100 game we have on our hands here, because, if you go into the finals, you're guaranteed $100 just by making it there. Second place taking 100, first taking 150. That's all it is when it comes to majors. So not only do you have those amazing points that just secure you a good seeding for Spate champs, IFU already are secured seed number 3, just being so high up. It's not as high as Lotus and Spate, just making sure that they get their earnings in. But of course, you always want to head for first, but LAG just need to make sure that they get back into it. Half the game left here, shot on, just not strong. Radin is a little bit awkward, but gets there for the save.
I'll take cash any day of the week, of course, exactly.
Of course.
Nothing wrong with that. And the more the merrier. But yeah, sometimes realistically, you got to take what is only available to you at the time, the performance that you did during the tournament. And then obviously look at the tournament overall later on, study it, and then go, okay, guys, there's going to be more tournaments to come. And let's see what we could do in the future to improve. And look at that, waterfall dropped on that one. Couldn't get an angle in it. This is going to bounce slow. Another double tap, triple tap. It's on the cross line technology. Where's the VAR call from the referees? That was in, out. I'm not quite sure, but that was so close. And this one's going in. No. Oh, just a little bit more angle to the left. Since this one can drop down. No. And the problem is, too, the clock is not working for them, is it, for Lag Gaming? They're taking the shots there, but not getting them in. They need to get some in here.
Legacy just keeping it in play, looking for bumps on the defense. And finally, pressure built up, crack shown in the wall of IFU.
Eventually, didn't they? They had to really hammer the IFU defense to get that one in. And the only advantage for IFU right now is going, well, if it's going to take you a minute or so to get a goal like that, well, it might still be okay. This is where you don't let up. Got to just be relentless. Do that. It was. They took out backs. Clever play, perhaps. Anybody charge it through? Wrong angle. Somebody's going to have to get back and clear that one. He will. And look at this. And now it's heated up the offense from IFU. Only one defender back here. Are going to be somebody slamming this one a million miles now. No, they're too far back. They're playing defense. This could be an opportunity right now, completely for Lag Gaming to apply that offense again.
LAG, you know, all he has to do is find one more, and they're guaranteed an OT as long as they just keep it consistent. Rad moves, just playing it slow. IFU not trying to rush into it. The more time they kill, the higher their chances go. You know, you just see LAG's chances dropping as each second goes by. Demo coming onto Rad moves, counterattack from LAG now. World full tank of boost, but Bax meeting him off the ceiling. Like, Rayson is the last one back, has to find a toucher, keeps it high, but Bax already on it. That's a pass out to midfield, but OG Shooter just getting a pass back and just making sure that Radmoves has a good chance at this ball. But Legacy, reading that he's the first one up. Flip reset, 50 against Radmoves, but Radmoves, great 50 into the corner.
It was actually, they are applying this pressure at the moment because they realize this is a do or die, don't go home, and that's too far back on that one to anybody reach it. Boom. That could be the final dagger in the coffin, or nail in the coffin. However, I was kind of wondering before, was it a better play there for IFU to kind of like sit back and try to do the defense and not the offense? Because I thought they probably could have got that shot if they did have the players come up and then seal the deal. But then again, they waited, what, 40 seconds later and they end up getting it in. This very much could be it. 30 seconds remaining in, unfortunately, Lag Gaming's tournament chances now.
I mean, LAG already just stopping, already called the GGs. Looks like, you know, they're just mentally out of it, and IFU just gonna keep it close, just make sure that no opportunity comes up. And as we are in this half, you know, IFU will take this game, taking it in 5 and moving to the grand finals, where they will be meeting Lotus Gaming.
And what a game that'll be. But let's recap this one, of course. IFU coming home late in that one and getting it done. Well, you're not really that too late, but and the unfortunately other players, yeah, but you got to give it to Lag Gaming. They got that one game. They worked for it. They can attack. That's some fantastic. We're not getting those shots, and they were breaking down that defense from IFU. It was paying out for them. So that's something I think they got to look at as a team and study in the future. But obviously, at the end of the day, clearly IFU much stronger team, working together brilliantly as a team. They need to, because once again, as you mentioned, they got the finale of Lotus Gaming that have been sitting there patiently as the eggs in the stadium, watching and studying this match. And hopefully in a second, we'll be able to get to hear from one of the players in a second from the IFU team, perhaps that have got the victory.
You know, yeah, but just looking at their performance, they did phenomenal. Just IFU, they did lose that one game, but can't really blame them. LAG coming off stronger than most teams we've ever seen. Just 17 shots is very much unprecedented. But IFU just staying strong, making sure that did not go in. You know, but I have to hand it to LAG. No one even expected them to get past round number 1. But, you know, just focusing on to IFU, we have OG Shooter. Congrats on the win. Tell me about that game.
So the first thing I want to start off with is because my boys are trying to tell me to hype this up a little bit. So in game 3, or no, it was game 4, that first goal off the kickoff that we both double committed our back boost. I said we were just doing a passing play, and I said if we score this, we win the series. And what did we do? We won the series right after we scored that goal. So it's all about confidence boost, and that gave us the confidence to just push on and get through their different play styles.
How fatigued are you after that game? Because now you're going to be up against the Lotus Gaming team that have been sitting there basically patiently waiting for you. Was it mentally fatiguing or physically fatiguing?
No, I think our team has really good stamina. So if you guys remember, I talked about yesterday how Valiant used to be a thing. And I think JJ was here. JJ, you were here for Valiant, right? Remember how you guys did the first major and it was a 3 series BO7? I think that is a testament. Like, we took a team all the way to 3 BO7s and won in a sweep in the last BO7. So I think that's a testament to our stamina. And I think that's going to carry on to our next game against Lotus.
I mean,
and yeah, JJ, you go ahead.
I mean, thankfully for you guys, you know, the last time we saw you guys go against Lotus Gaming, I believe in Spate Invitation number 7, you guys did get that bracket reset. You know, it is a major. There is no elimination bracket. There is no advantage for them. This is just a clean series, one-on-one. You know, do you guys have what it takes to take it home?
So Lotus Gaming is a great roster. We've been going back and forth with them, especially Pigeon for who knows how long, especially Gad as well. Much love to both of those guys. They've both been really great in this journey through the Spate/Valiant esport competition. So definitely no hate. I think it's going to be a good game. I think that's what it comes down to. I think we showed today what we have in store for them, and let's just hope it carries over.
He avoided the question there, JJ. Cleverly avoided the question. I saw that one. So, yeah. Will you win? Yes or no? There you go. Nothing else. Will you win the grand finale? Yes or no?
I mean, everybody else would want to say yes. I think what it comes down to is we have the confidence to do it. It's just we got to push out and play like we have been playing and play with confidence. And if we play with confidence and do everything we did in this last series, I think there's a good chance we take that win. Yes.
Okay, you got the yes. I thought you were going to avoid the question again, but no, nice work. You got to win and lose as a team. Can GG's, guess what? You're ready to go. So they're going to be waiting for you patiently. And best of luck, of course.
Thank you. Shout out Garrett Bex. Love you, bro.
Congrats to you guys. Congrats to IFU. You know, we will be seeing them very shortly as we head into grand finals of the final major for season 1 of SCS. You know, we have a great rematch in Lotus Gaming against IFU. So don't go anywhere as we will be back shortly.
Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. How can you know what's in our mind when in between the good and bad there's such a thin line? How can you know what's in our heart when often hate motivates and love tears you apart? Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love.
Flashing lights dance with fire in the night. I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by. Is this feeling lying? Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up desires. What am I supposed to do? 'Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get Watching your every smile like your television. In your eyes I see myself, I'm falling. Make it make sense, it must be the temptation speaking. What am I supposed to do, cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo, put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion. Hopeless illusion.
Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't wanna know her, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive. Sometimes a disaster, sometimes we get free. Oh, you take the long way to stay close to me. I don't wanna know her, I just wanna breathe. You take me higher, you stay close to me. I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night. Oh, I feel so alive, feel so alive. The dark won't close my eyes. Yeah, I feel so alive, feel so alive. Oh, we chase the night.
Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray for us? Oh, baby, can you pray? 'Cause every time you make time, it's holy to the end. So pray tonight. So you won't know, for everywhere around that we had messed around and not do it. But I'll be ready every day. You know everything's alright. Are we gonna pray? Are you gonna pray tonight? pray for me and fast. Pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Oh, baby, can you pray? 'Cause every time you make time, it's only to the end. So pray tonight. For every round that we have, let's turn around and not do it. And I'll be ready every day. Know everything's alright. I'm only gonna pray. Don't play with my heart. Just let me go. Please let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open skies and then you blame it on me. You're someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Why'd you love so hard and then just throw it away? You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. So don't you blame it on me. You never knew how bad it was. Guess you never really cared because you said your parents never gave you hug. And as a child you were never loved. You made me love so hard, but then you threw it away. You like to open skies and then you blame it on me. You're someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Why'd you love so hard and then just throw it away? You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't you blame it on me.
Cause we were never meant to be. Dum dum da dum day.
Dribbling a little bit of shoot up, gonna get a shot and an amazing double touch.
Oh my
God! What a shot! Legacy! He's him!
Coming in with Pigeon. Pigeon still on the ball. Looks like he's eating McDonald's. Oh my God! What a play!
Now, full booster tank to work with one. And he can 1v3 from Pigeon. Pigeon.
Jerry? Oh, he's him.
Secondary touch is Gordon gonna sky that one high. Son trying to challenge Pigeon, but Pigeon up in the air looking for the double time. He's able to find it.
Wow.
Pigeon.
we are free at last. Living life just like we're supposed.
Welcome to the grand finals of the final major. I am your host Akuma, joined by Biggles, and I cannot be happier to be here.
Sounds
it's
like you cannot be
nothing-
happier. Yeah.
Nothing like it. You know, we have a insane series between us. Back-to-back major finalists, Lotus and IFU. IFU, the only team all season long to make all three major finals. Very long season. You know, we've had quite maybe a 6 to 9 month season here. coming down to the end of it, winding down, and the third and final major. We are coming to the close. One best of 7 determines seeding in champs, and one best of 7 determines who will get that prize money. And
Yeah,
we
prize
do
money's
have
good
a
money.
quick little announcement before we go to the grand finals.
Sorry, Fig. Go ahead. For live. Akuma, we're ready to go.
We are ready to go. We will.
We're testing to see if
here.
everybody's paying attention out there. If you got banned from the chat, don't worry about it. We're just testing to see if you're paying attention.
And, you know, we will start off game number 1 here. Lotus Gaming versus IFU. The grand final of the Spring Major. Start now!
Lotus Gaming versus IFU. Put your channel. We're going to poll up there, baby. We're going to poll up there. So put your channel points where your mouth is and see how it's going to pan out, because we've heard it before. IFU are confident they can get this one done there. Lotus Gaming are confident. We haven't spoken to them, actually, but they've been sitting back patiently waiting for this finale after beating Legits. So let's see how this pans out currently at the moment. First to score wins the series, as they say. So you can break the dreadlock on that one.
You have both these teams here playing so consistent all season. Lotus has been, you know, that #1 seed for a long time. They've been the powerhouses. They've been the team to beat. And here they are at another grand final. I think this is Pigeon's now, I think this is Pigeon, either 4th or 5th consecutive grand final. OG Shooter gets a pre-flip into a reset. Gad's gonna accidentally own goal it. That's gonna be a little bit of an unfortunate start from Lotus Gaming here, but insane pre-flip from OG Shooter coming out. You know, didn't get the reset connected fully. Looked to try and get a highlight goal, and you know, Gad's gonna own goal it. 50 seconds in. Very unfortunate start from Lotus Gaming in game number 1.
And OG Shooter, of course, was just in the interview earlier after their victory over Late Gaming, and you know, he said, you know, they're going to play some different approach here. They've versed this team before. They've studied the tape of how to beat, you know, Lotus Gaming, and it's old rivalries up against. And what a statement for his team, isn't it? Getting the first goal there and giving a confidence boost after, of course, their just recent win over Late Gaming. So let's see if that's going to motivate and continue the motivation. But it is a grueling. It'll be a Game 7 series, and I think a lot of people are predicting it may very well go to a Game 7, so we'll see how this one's going to pan out.
And there will be all eyes on Bubs here. He is the new third of Lotus, you know. Came in this week, is playing his heart out. You know, they have been grinding. They have been, you know, putting up the hours. So is IFU here, though. Both these teams have been so very consistent all weekend long. OG Shooter looks to try and go again. Can't find it. Heads over to backs. You know, OG Shooter played a little bit of a defensive third-man role last series, but now he really has started to pick it up on the offense. Both these teams have great stamina, as we heard in OG Shooter interview. Another pre-flip, gets the reset, can't pass two. Guys there to save it, and he is he's been playing good offense all game so far. That's a good shot coming out from him. Bub gets the save, but he's being chased down by Rad moves for the demo. OG Shooter demos at 1, doesn't work out though. A little bit awkward though. Now Bubs gets a demo on him. Gad has to read the challenge. Does go to him though. And the last time these two teams did play was right after the major, an invitational number 7. So it's been some time since these two teams have met in the grand finals, but we will have to see how it pans out.
And the grand finals that had to get their way here. It's perfect. Here we go. Look at those fantastic shots. And once again, OG is Shooters on top of this one. A couple of great shots. Also great defense. There's a passing play that could have just gone to the left. A second chance opportunity. Also defended by the OG Shooter, who's back everywhere. But it's been broken up by Bobs in front of their goal area. Backs has to clear it across. There it is. It does go across the net. Survive a little bit, but look at that. Pigeon's got the pressure on. Anybody back to follow through? Gad could not quite get in there in time. Tick-tock on the top clock as well, too. It was around 2 minutes. What a match that we've had so far. Only one goal. Nobody's safe to take game 1. Plenty of time. What's going to happen?
Pigeon opts to go for the demo there over the ball. Good challenge from IFU so far. You know, they're just putting up the pressure once again. Lotus Gaming has to get this ball out of their half. OG Shooter just keeps putting on the pressure. He's been the star for IFU this series so far, at least in my eyes, but it is only game 1. There is still a lot of Rocket League left to play here. Pigeon can't find it though. And it goes over to Bubs, who gets the long clear. Goes over to Pigeon, the long clear once again. Infield pass coming up. Gad can find the shot. Now it goes over to Bubs, who doesn't manage the fake challenge. Rad moves is able to save it though. Pigeon's up early. Looks to opt for a double. Can't find it. Goes to OG Shooter. They can clear it out safely. Now over to Bubs. Gets one reset. Opts to leave it though. Rad moves. Has some time alone, but Pigeon's able to clear it away. Doesn't get the best touch. 2 players gone. OG Shooter has an open net. Can't find it though. Bubs beats him to it. Now Pigeon. Little bit time left. 50 seconds remain here in game number 1. OG Shooter's gonna clear it. Pass back. Can't find it. It goes long. Infield pass doesn't work. And we're still in a 1-goal game here as Lotus Gaming does breathe a little bit of life as they still have some time. 37 seconds left here. We're gonna have to see something come out from Lotus Gaming. Bubs has control of the ball. Little bit of boost to work with your Bubs. Open shot to work with. Shooter misses it. Again has a free shot. He can't find it. It's weak off the ball. OG Shooter can defend it here.
Gonna bring it down the other end at the moment because perhaps this could be the very last opportunity for them to seal the deal in this one. Or will it swing back the other way? Let's have a look. This is it right now. Gad sent it down the other end. Can Pigeon get a tap on it? Not quite sure if it will. Gad's going to keep it in the air and see if he's got his teammates put the pressure up. They have to be put the pressure. The ball should touch the ground right about now. No, they kept it alive for the dying stages of this one, but it will go to IFU, continuing their strong form out of the semifinals. Take game 1.
Game number 1 goes to IFU. You know, saw a little bit of Lotus Gaming just trying to push up, trying to get a 0-second attempt there, but OG Shooter really playing a masterful game. You know, earlier on in game number 1, he nearly got 2 amazing goals. You know, one of those goals did go in, but granted, it wasn't own goal from Gad. You know, didn't really play up to standard as the rest of his team did. You know, not really put up 2 shots, but you're more so forced to play defense in game number 1. You know, we still have a long 7-game series to go ahead of us. You know, I did say
Yep,
you know, that
did
we
say.
will.
Yep.
So, excuse me. I did say that, you know, we will be potentially having a 6-game series. You know, but I'm hoping for all 7 games to come out. If she does come out with a card change, and OG Shooter just, you know, looking to try and play in his form like he has in the other 2 grand finals. He's been playing great all season long and all weekend long more so. That's a great challenge coming out from Bubs and Gad as they link up perfectly. Pigeon looks to try and set one up. Over to Gad though. Rad moves successfully cleared away. It does go over back to IFU.
Yeah, I think they might be slowing this down a little bit here. Look at this. Pigeon's backing up. So there's the passing plays to Pigeon, to Gad, to Pigeon. And Pigeon's going to try to roll this one in. Anybody behind? No, it's been broken up by Bax. That was clever, slow play. Bax is going to bring this one all the way down. Passing it to his teammate off the top of the crossbar. Not quite enough. Going down the other end. Can Bubs get a little tap on this one to the right of the... No, it won't. Swings down the other end. Once again, great play for both teams. They're starting to now find the passing plays between both of the teams. So at some point, inevitably, I think someone's going to score in the next 10 minutes or so. Not even that, sorry. The next 10 seconds. Bang! 1 second. Gad.
And this is just incredible from Bubs. Look at that waterfall double read down over to Gad. No one on IFU is able to bring it home. No one's able to read it. An incredible play from IFU, or excuse me, Lotus Gaming. You know,
Did
that's
Gad
one.
Back it in? It looked like he
Yeah,
backed
no,
it
yeah,
in.
he
didn't it? It was
backflipped it in. Yeah, but that's one way to, you know, you go from own goaling last game to being a 1-goal game to playing like that. You know, Bubs just played incredible with that double here. You know, goes off the ceiling though, but so far it is another 1-goal game, and this time it's Lotus Gaming leading. But now it might be a different chance. Gad backflips, makes a mistake, and Bax is gonna capitalize off that one. Let's look at the startup here from Rad Moves. Rad Moves gets a pass down the ceiling. Bubs can't reach it. Gad's last back. A little bit awkward, and he can put it away though. It is all tied up with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Passing plays are the key. That's they're working together brilliantly as a team. It had been in the past, IFU, and they've equalized this one. But this is now because you got those jitters out of game 1, isn't it? This is when you start to see this brilliant passing plays between both the team members, and it's all about being at the right place at the right time and allowing your teammates to take that opportunity. Absolutely fantastic. This is what you'd be expecting, of course, for a grand final for 2 of the best teams in the tournament currently at the moment. And they're going to want to prove themselves to get that, lift that trophy towards the end of this one. Get some bucks in the back of your pocket.
Oh,
Look at this,
so
waterfalls, and that's
Bubs.
it.
Oh my word, Bubs. You know, Bubs scores though. I think that's highlight of the day. especially here during this. You know, that's a crazy triangle to score, especially with backs being so well positioned on the backboard and Radmoose being in the bottom corner of the net. You know, you gotta really just put that. You really just gotta put that perfectly, and he honestly did it. You know, he didn't find the double, but Pigeon's just able to clean it up. But that's a little bit of a mistouch. No one can capitalize on it. Ochi should have to reach it first. He's able to, but it goes over to Gad though. Now backs can't reach it. Pigeon has to win his challenge. Can't find it. And now Bubs can't find the shot either. That might have been an open net miss. Now Red moves down the other end, gets demoed, can't capitalize on it. And IFU, or Lotus Gaming, you know, breathe a little bit of life. Bubs has some time, gets the ceiling read. Pigeon can't find it. And Lotus Gaming looks very threatening on offense right now.
Oh, they are. They're starting to fire on all cylinders for sure. But you can't let your guard down because they cleared one of the defenders right there. Rad is such the key maker. He's a center field maker. He's the one that can get those passing plays to his teammate. Look at that attack. And can Gad get back into time there to walk it through? He certainly will.
Filthy. The fake. He faked both of them. Gad can't do that. Call their families, man. You know, 2 players go, 2 players whiff. And Gad's just a demon. He's done it himself. Lotus Gaming 3-1.
Somebody said faking out there in that one. Well, whatever works. Look at this. I see he's going to let their guard down. Not let the guard down. Gad actually had to go back there and tap that one there from the attack. Let's see. Strong attack there from OG Shooter, actually trying to send this one in the net. Actually applying that offense. They're trying to continue to apply that offense. Look at that, both of them. No, maybe a little bit of miscommunications. They both went for the ball at the same time as Pigeon runs it down the other end here. Only one defender here. It's in a dangerous area in front of the goal net. It has been cleared away. Here you go, Rad moves once again. He's a center field playmaker. Where's his teammates? That's crucial. Pigeon's actually managed to pick up the 50. It's gone straight back to Bax. Bax is challenging with Bubs. Bubs now down the other end. Could Rad get a tap on it? He had to get a tap on it. Otherwise, that goal area is open. It goes back to Bubs. Here it is, ping pong match. 1 minute and change on the clock at the moment too, but the advantage, of course, is going currently to Lotus Gaming. And that'll be 4 right there.
Back honestly just had to dodge a demo there, you know. I think that was in either way, you know. Pigeon wins this challenge and, you know, looks to bully Bax, you know. I think Bax is just really, really awkward. And at that point, you know, nothing you can do there. You know, just put this game, you know, just go next. And honestly, if you're IFU, just gotta focus on game 3 on the rest of the series. But look at here, OG Shooter just trying to pull one away. Can't find it though. That's a little bit of an awkward challenge. Red moves. Let's try and pull one. Pigeon gets the squishy save. Goes for the in and out. Can find it. Now back. So let's try and put some more pressure on. Bumps Pigeon out of the way though. Rad moves. Has low boost though. Can't find it though. Goes over to Bubs. Now has full control. Look for the double. Pigeon gets bummed. Or excuse me, OG Shooter demos one, puts him out of position. That's gonna be the nail in the coffin if it wasn't already. And at this point, you know, we just go. If you're IFU, you just gotta go next.
Yeah, IFU, because you don't want to like lose that confidence, do you? Because they came out and got that early goal, and all of a sudden they just conceded 5 essentially in a row. And so they've got to just get this little motivational goal coming back into thinking about obviously, of course, their game 3. Will be crucial, but the problem is at the moment they're not getting the touches on the ball. They need to get the touches on the ball. It's absolutely swung completely over to Lotus Gaming, and they don't want to be going into a game 3 at the moment with that shift momentum not swinging in their way. A couple of seconds ago, as I said, they're just going to go for gold here and just go to give it everything they possibly can. A little bit of a tap, but I think Lotus Gaming, as of course themselves, they want to be denying IFU possibility of a goal so they can keep this momentum swinging into game 3. That's going to be crucial.
Yeah, but you know, if you are IFU, you have to look at a way to maybe potentially change momentum here. You know, you're down 5-1 in game 2. Obviously, you didn't play that bad, but Lotus Gaming just really honestly came swinging out the gate. You know, they played incredible, and at this point, you know, we might be getting closer. If the Lotus Gaming can just keep this up, we might be honestly getting closer to, you know, a 4-1, 4-2 victory instead of the 4-3 that I honestly predicted.
This is what I kind of said in the interviews before the end of the other game before. You see, as I said, in sports, in real life sports, it's the momentum that came out from. Remember, IFU just had to play, you know, a series against Lag Gaming, and they had a great battle against Lag Gaming. So they came out of the gate in game 1 and just had that momentum, you know, bang, 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 just brilliant playing there from OG Shooter. And then all of a sudden, of course, into game 2 now, because of the rust, the cobwebs are out of the car. Lotus Gaming are now picking up that momentum that they didn't have going into game 1. And this is exactly what IFU need to start thinking about with their strategy. You know that OG Shooter was talking about, maybe perhaps changing up the, switching them, the speed of the game or something like that. They're certainly going to be talking about it as a team as we're going to get ready for the game for 3. All important game 3, I'd have to say, as we all know. This is one that most teams want to win.
And this is definitely a game that could decide the series. Whoever wins this could potentially have a lot of momentum heading on to the rest of the series. With an important odd number of games, 1, 3, 5, and that all-important game number 7 if we do go there. I don't think we've seen a game 7 all weekend, and I'd love to see one here in the grand finals, but for now, we might have to just go through game 3, as Lotus Gaming does not look to be stopped right now. They look to come in hot from last game. Pigeon starts out the offense here, and OG Shooter looks to try and get back to his offensive pressure. Bubs can't find it. Goes over to Gad though. Can't control this challenge. Can't control the ball. Wins the challenge though. Goes over to Bubs successfully. And now it heads over to Pigeon. Over to Back though. Little bit of off is coming out from IFU here. Rad OG Shooter looks to try and set someone up on the ceiling. Goes over to Rad moves. Gets the dunk off the ceiling, looks for a double, can't find it, heads over to Pigeon, Rad moves, almost got play of the tournament, that would have been incredible, and IFU looking to be bouncing right back in game number 3 so far.
Well, they lined that one up brilliantly, but unfortunately for them, the defense there of Lotus read that one a little bit earlier. They saw the writing literally on the wall and cleared that one, charging down the other end, and it has to be up to Gad, the only man back at the moment, and Gad is still there. And look at that, so you can see at the moment, probably you'd have to say IFU were very clever to come back and at least leave a defender there, because that shot went all the way downtown for a clear. And this is it, they're starting to get the passing plays are there, but they're starting to get a feel for each other. But I think both the teams are breaking up those passing plays at the moment, isn't it? So kind of the ball's just a little bit everywhere until somebody gets a great connection on it. That could be very much it, not quite. Pigeon gets it. That's going to be a 50-50 win here, because that could... Oh, wow, look at this defense. They got 2 players back at the moment, and both of them, all 3 are charging here. Goes to Gad. No, Bax is back to break it up. Can he clear one of it? No, Pigeon's got a brilliant 50 on that one. He needed it, because look at this. Puts them back on the defense of IFU. Open net area is dangerous. Rad got a touch on it. He had to. Brilliant to save it. Can they bring it down the other end? No, Lotus is heating up. No, everybody's heating up. Welcome along to the grand finale.
And brilliant defending from both of these teams. I don't know if you saw earlier, but I think it was Gad who was last back. He got bumped and Pigeon came in to save him. That's an infield passing play. 1, 2, 3. OG Shooter can't find it. Pigeon's up first to the ball. He does clear it wide. Gad's last back. Gad is first man here. He's gonna clear it away. Now Bubs has some time on the ball. As one player beat, goes over to Pigeon. OG Shooter's able to clear. And once again, masterclass defense coming out from both these teams. Grand finals, this is the time to step up. Game number 3, this could be the difference maker for either team. This could be the difference maker for the series. Bubs looks to try and play it a little bit slower. Pigeon beats one player, backs his last back. Great save from him. Now goes over to Pigeon again. Goes back to back. Gad is gonna back up to that.
They're in trouble.
Challenge first. Bubs can do it. He's gonna put it away. 1:45 left to play, and Lotus Gaming are not slowing down.
I think there's even a bit of confusion between the players there as they tangle each other. But either way, the ball momentumly switched in their favor. It took a long time for this game 3. Both teams are fighting like it's a game 7, and why not? Eventually, at the moment, Lotus managed to get one in the back of the net, but I tell you what, it ain't over yet, because you know for a fact that IFU are going to put this pressure on and try to apply that pressure. I tell you, it's so, you can flip a coin on this one. They are so evenly balanced in this game 3. It can definitely go each way. At the moment, you have to be on the top of your A game right now. You cannot afford to miss an opportunity on the defensive or offensive end with 1 minute and change on the clock.
That's definitely a fair point you make. Both these teams, if you look at them on defense, they've been playing great. They've been playing great all series long. Even, in just this game, I think this is the height of their defense so far. That's gonna go wide as Bax can put another save. Goes over to Bubzo, who can find, another shot and another save from IFU. IFU has 1 minute left. Looking to try and start a passing play. OG Shooter has an open net here. 2 players go. Pigeon saves and makes the heroic happen. And Gad now open backward worker. Get the musty on 1. OG Shooter Has a long way to go. Pigeon's there to challenge him though. Has to win the challenge. He can't do it. That might be it though. Gad can save it away. Bubs gets the challenge though. Rad has to win this 50. Gets bumped out by one. Pigeon can save. Pigeon can find the challenge. OG Shooter is gonna have to save it away. Gad's trying to buy time. 30 seconds left. He's looking to try and just make sure IFU don't do anything to try and get an equalizer here. Bax gets bumped though. Pigeon has some time on the ball. Has to win this 50. Has to win this challenge. They just have to keep the pressure going. OG Shooter wins the challenge. Now goes over to Bubs. 10 seconds left. Final 10 seconds. Gets one challenge. Rad backs. Over to Rad moves. Can OG Shooter find something? Now Pigeon backs. Misses the challenge. Pigeon. Final 0 seconds. That's just gonna go in. 2-0. Lotus Gaming take game number 3.
What a momentum switch. What a game. What a absolutely fantastic game. I can't wait to see those statistics on that one, because I think every player and their dog, kitchen sink, cat, or any of their family household pets touched that ball on those teams. And look at that. You could just see every shots there, assists. Actually, not really assists because we're on a high scoring game, but there's that just the possession was pretty even. Stevens at some point went towards Lotus towards the end there. A little bit more boost, was pretty even on that one. Just a couple of demos, but everybody played a saving game. Look at that. Everybody got a save to their column. Lotus just a little bit more on that one. Once again, he could have flipped the coin on that one towards the end. Brilliant job. Lotus take that important game 3, no doubt. And let's see. IFU have to bounce back, I think, right now on this game 4 there and bring themselves back in the series. And we want to have a series, so no doubt they're thinking about that. What did you think there, Akuma? I'm sure you had a blast. I could hear the enthusiasm in your voice for the grand finale.
You know, both these teams just honestly played incredible all series long. You know, especially in game 3 here, we really saw a defensive masterclass coming up out both teams here. They've both played incredible, and to be honest, at this point, you know, it could go either way. I don't think anyone. I still think it's anyone's game here. We are in game number 4 here. Lotus Gaming does lead 2 games to 1. You know, but if they do win this, then IFU's momentum might be diminished. It might be a little bit too late for IFU. Lotus Gaming does win this game here, but it still is very, very close.
You never say never until the game's over. Here we go. The game 4, the important one. All games are important when you come to a grand final, of course. But the game 3 did go naturally to Lotus. I'll put them a little bit on top here. And Lotus slowing the game down right now. As you can see, trying to break away from Pigeon, slowing the game away. Gad gets a tap on it, clears over Gad. Bubs is back in town, of course, in the right place at the right time once again. Bubs has been that midfield player, I'd have to say. 2 of those midfield players, Rad moves, and Bubs are the ones that pick up all those passing plays in the middle and make sure they line up 2 of their powerhouse, the other 2 powerhouse team members, to be able to put one in the back of the net when they need to. Here we go. Everybody's excited out there in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining.
Pigeon almost there, you know. And you know, you see all their parents, Gad's parents, Pigeon's parents are here because you know how much this tourney means to their kids. You know, if you are a kid at home, you're playing these tourneys. You know, if you are a parent at home, especially, you know, give your kids a shot. Let them, let them try and win some money. Let them try and play in a high pressure situation. You know, even if you're still a college student, you know, have your parents tune in. You know, tell them, how much, how much a game like this means to you. You know, because even though it's only $150, you're playing for $1,000 in prize pool next week, and only next season, it's gonna be getting bigger and better. We have a lot of announcements for that later on. After championships, so stay tuned. Just a little bit of a spoiler, but once again, IFU and Lotus here, just both on such an even front here. No teams ready to give up. No teams willing to budge here. Bax gets bumped out, has some time alone. The Bubs. Solo play opportunity, gets the flipper to number 1, has 2 to work with, it's open net, there's demos everywhere. Pigeon has to fake challenge, a little bit lower, and Bubs is gonna get that into the goal back. Very unfortunate backflip.
I think he touched on a crucial point there. Apart from just cash, of course, that's always an extra bonus. Even though it's esports, it's similar to regular sports. You're playing as a team, and what you're doing is you work together with your teammates. And there's a shot from down. Oh, what a defense! But you're playing with your team. You're learning to communicate and work together with other people. And that skill, regardless of you doing this in a game or in real life, of course, when you get working and you start working, and you're a job. You need to work with all your peers and your team members around you, and everything like that. So these are crucial skills that are going to apply in your real life. Learning to, once again, work together as a team. That's how anything is accomplished in these days, and it's good to see. And on top of it, you're having a little bit of fun, just like Rad Moves was having a little bit of fun on this one. But yes, just remember that it's a lot of fun, and once again, it's so good. I mean, you win and lose as a team together, and you also learn how to deal with, failure sometimes as well. You learn to deal with when things work your way, and you also learn to deal when things don't go your way, because that's just the way the world works. Just like that, Rad Moves,
Rad
2 in a row.
2 in a row here. You brought it up, Biggles. Rad Moves has been the player for IFU all series, all weekend long. Honestly, I think he's taken that title up from Shuda, but Rad Moves has had just an incredible day so far. Nothing's been stopping this IFU team. That's what I'm saying. It's been so even this major. Gad looks to try and get an infield pass set up. You're 2 goals down, a little bit of an issue here. Bax tries to put one away here. Just been so consistent. Both these teams have been just so very consistent here. But I think we might see a 2-2. We might see that all forever. Game 7 is Game 5. Let's say IFU do win this, it comes down to just a best of 3 at that point. Gad looks to set up Pigeon. Has a double open. He can't find it. It's saved away by OG Shooter here. And it goes over to Gad. Can find Pigeon. Now over to Bax.
Yeah.
Over to Bubs though. But has some time alone. Bax can't find the save. But now it goes over to Gad though, who's very threatening in the air today.
Oh, they're gonna come
carry
out.
all the way down. He's gonna cut the lead in half with 1:20 left to go. Gad's been that star player for Lotus, and he steps up once again.
He stepped up because I was just looking at that when he was charging it down. I'm not quite sure. That was OG Shooter that was in the goal area. It was like, OG, you got to come out and charge for him. But I think he was just caught on the back tire. I couldn't quite get the angle on it to come out. And they can't afford to let this 1 goal advantage slip away, because their momentum, their passing plays have been brilliant. They're starting to really work together as a team. Unfortunately, just around that one, they're just once again caught. Look at this 50, and look at this. Pigeon's going to fire a shot. Difficult place, but nobody's back there, because exactly what happened is that they were doing, and let's see, it's going to pan out. I'm following my words at the moment, but here we go. It's bouncing, it's bouncing, it's bouncing, it's bouncing, and they've evened the game. It's equalized. Pigeon getting it done.
And Pigeon, you're a bird. You gotta fly sometimes. Spread your wings, Pigeon. Come on, you guys got this. If you are a Lotus Gaming fan, you have to be pretty happy with the way they've been playing. They just equalized from being 2 goals down, but you can't count out IFU yet. They are not finished. They still have a lot of fight left in them. They are trying to equalize the series, and Bax wants to try and get something started here. Looks to try and get a highlight play. Gad can control it. Now it goes over to Rad Move though, who looks for a hat trick. Ceiling pinch comes wide. Goes over to Bubs though, who can clear it. It only goes to Bax though. Now Bax looks to try and set up a teammate. Over to Bubs, who OG Shooter can control it with Pigeon. Gonna bang the ball. It's gonna waterfall down. He can't read it. No, he can't. Off the backboard. Bubs. Off the double. Can't find it. That was scary. Bubs almost gets it from the angle that back from the POV.
Yeah, we saw that.
POV. Yeah, from Bax's POV. The way I was watching.
I was like, Baxi couldn't do anything at that point. He's sitting down low there going, I can't jump that high, guys. Help me out here. Luckily they did.
Look like get it. Gad has a reset. Can't find the double. And it looks like we're gonna head to Game 4 overtime. It looks like Bubs might have a 0-second goal here.
Not over yet.
Second,
it is
0
now.
second. It's still up though. Pigeon keeps it alive here. Rad Moves looking to do everything in his power to kill it. Goes over to Gad though. OG Shooter looks to try and set something up. It goes back the other end. 2 players are gonna let it drop. It's still up. Pigeon has some time. Now over to Back, so it's all the way on the other end. Bubs is last back. He has to clear this away, and it's gonna drop. Game 4 overtime. 0-second drill from both these teams here, and what a scare that was. Lotus Gaming had chances, IFU had chances, and both these teams still super consistent.
And IFU not going down without a fight, of course. They did concede 2 goals late there, surprisingly enough, there to Lotus Gaming. And IFU have been a team in this series so far that have come back, and they've come back in series at a score. So they now, it's flipped. They got to get something in here. They've got to continue this momentum. They got to They know this is kind of one of those must-win matches, not the absolute must-win, but they've got to get something here. They can't afford to let Lotus sprout at the moment. What would you call flower themselves? Too much? Bloom. Okay, bloom's the word. There you go. Thank you very much for that. I was trying my pun, didn't quite pan out, but we'll see.
You're good. OG's gonna almost find the double here. You know, just both these teams have been so consistent so far. I think now this is the best game we've seen all series. You know, this series really has started to pick up. Vision passes over to Gad. OG Shooter is gonna cut off the infield pass here. One player goes, now backs. Pigeon does get demoed. That would have been very bad for IFU now. Can't find it. Bubs is there to cut off the pass and save it. Now another demo comes out. No team wants to give space to the other team. And honestly, you know, if you are IFU or Lotus, you just can't give space. You have to basically just play aggressive. Gotta challenge the ball. Gotta be the first one there. Gotta be quicker. You know, you just gotta be
quicker. I think it's the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
and that's Bubs, mate. Bubs a bit quicker. So I saw a Pigeon's mum's out there. You must be happy with your team. They've now taken another one up in the series, and of course it's a team together. That was the assist actually from Pigeon's son. So good on you on that one, Bubsy. Put that one on the back of the net. And now, if you are IFU, you have to be thinking, all right, guys, we may be looking for a timeout soon for them, but they're a little bit on the back foot. They are playing well. They're just not getting the scores that they need.
You know, IFU, you're on your last chance. You're down 3-1 in the series. A timeout here would be good in Lotus Gaming. On triple match point, on tournament point, one game away from being back-to-back major champions, and they are so close. 5 minutes away, they can taste it.
You can taste, I was going to say it's champagne, but probably most people should not be drinking any of the champagne at the moment if you're underage. You could drink the rose water, as I like to say, if you just want to celebrate the same thing. But trophy, cash, and more than anything, just the pride of yourself and your team to go, you know, guys, we've done it. We did it. We did it together as a team. We won together as a team. Always feels good. You take it away from any team, even if you don't win this one. If somebody doesn't win, you got to think, we still made our way into the finals. Anytime you make your way into a finals of any tournament, is always a great thing. Now, whether or not you want to lift a trophy or be on the on the second step doesn't matter. But it ain't over yet. IFU are well aware of it. Lotus Gaming can just, as I said, just reach out right now and grab that trophy. The only thing that's going to stop them is that IFU are going to deny them, and this is their chance to do it right now.
You know, IFU, they got to win the next 3 in a row here. Little bit of a daunting task from a Lotus Gaming that's heat up all series long. They got to do everything they can to play their hearts out. They got 5 minutes to try and turn this around here, and Lotus Gaming have 5 minutes until they're another major win here and back-to-back winners heading into championships. And here we are, starting off very strong from IFU here, just wanting to start off the offense. Last game it was rad move. This time I might be backs here. But so far, good let IFU decide, you know, 2 players just really are having weekends of their lives. Those you should can get the double. And Bubs also been having a weekend of his life. Pigeon's gonna try and find it. Had an open net. No one's home though, and Bubs looking to try and clear something out though. Backs. Passes it down to Bubs. The ref is last back. It's gonna be saved away. A little bit of an awkward play though. Now it goes over to Backs, who doesn't get the best touch though. Now goes to Gad. Looks for the corner he can't find. Oh, he can find an incredible corner touch from Gad. He's gonna go high. Over to OG Shooter. And both these teams just once again playing that consistency.
This is dangerous area. Yep, waterfall right here. Yeah, all the lights are on, and some people are home and somebody not. Rads it back in the defensive area. He cleared it out, but he's cleared it straight to Bobs. And that's not a player you want to be clearing it to. Bob's going to try to bring it up over 1 defender, over 2 defender, and downtown. Bubsy scores to take the first goal in the all-important game 5.
And Bubs, you might have done it. You're 3.5 minutes away from another major win. And if you're Lotus Gaming, you could not be happier. You have 1 goal to hold on for an extended amount of period of time here. As 3 minutes is still a lot of time to play in Rocket League. It is a 1v3. That's going to go all the way in. And Bax is going to tie us up Here's the equalizer, 11 seconds after Lotus scores. Gad getting bullied on the defense. Pigeon's last back. Had to deal with a 1v3.
Oh.
All 3 players go. Pigeon can't do much about it. It's a little bit unfortunate, and we're
Did you
tied
see
up
the
here.
backspin? Pigeon's probably going to say, my mum was shouting too loud and I couldn't hear the ball play from my teammates. That's what it was there. Pigeon, don't worry about that. Here we go, but Pigeon's got the ball right now. He's passing to his teammate and Bubs. So Pigeon's made that one up. And he's lined it up perfectly. Look at this. He's like, Bubs, where are you, mate? Where are you? Bubs is like, I'm here. Bang. Straight down the middle.
Oh, that's an incredible passing play. You know, you go from getting 1v3 to making up for it, making a great passing play. And now, wait, that might be a little bit unfortunate. Radmoose has to win this challenge. Can't do it though. Backs up first. Pigeon gets bummed. Now goes over to OG Shooter. Has to win this challenge. Just go down. Bubs can save it away. Gad now. So much pressure and time and space to work with.
Yeah, look, he's got
Goes
it.
over to
Look,
Bubs.
he's got it. Bubs again.
Can try and get a hat trick. Now Pigeon's last back. Backs is gonna shoot that in.
Backs
and
has
once
got it.
again, Pigeon's pushed up a little bit too far. And this game can't get any closer. IFU's on tournament point, and they're playing their heart out. They're trying their very best to turn this series around.
Oh, it's win or go home right now from it. Actually have to. Your back's to the wall. You got to give it everything. You still got plenty of time on the clock, as you saw early goal. Like lots of goals scored recently. I was just a little bit worried about what happened before with Pigeon, and because he realized, okay, you know, if you do make a little bit of mistake in your defense, you come back on this. But look at this, charging out of the gate there. IFU coming back, putting the pressure on. Look at this, they're bouncing, having a little bit of a town meeting here right now. Okay, boys and girls, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, intervention. No, let's play. Here we go. Bob's sending it all the way down the other end to Gad. I was going to say, there's one person that hasn't scored a little bit, and Gad. I'll be a little bit concerned that if Gad doesn't score, but if he doesn't, I'm sure Bobs might. See how it pans out, and Pigeon might too.
Pigeon almost gets 250. He gets the double reset. And Bubs, you know, has been playing the weekend of his life. You know, he's Lotus' new third. You know, he can't be feeling happier. Looking for a hat trick in game number 5 here. Gets one player set up. Radmoose does challenge him early. Pigeon is there to beat him off the ceiling. Has one flip to go. Backs is going to win the challenge. And IFU get a little bit of breathing room. Backs over to OG Shooter. I think that was almost in there. Over to OG Shooter now once again. Has to win this challenge.
Where's his teammate?
Over
Nobody
to Pigeon.
there.
One player to beat. Over to Gad. Back to Pigeon. Can't find it though. And still, 1 minute 30 left to go here. Another 90 seconds. Oh, it's an own goal. And Bobs, that's your hat trick. But it's a very unfortunate way to potentially put the nail in the coffin if you are IFU.
Well, I didn't say just yet the human highlight of Bobs, but calm down, my friend. You can't be the human highlight reel all day, even though you're doing a fantastic job. Come on, OG backs and rad moves. You gotta get your connections together again. Do what you did to get your way all the way through the tournament here in the finals. Start getting those connecting plays. You don't want to let Lotus Gaming get away with it. Of course, you're capable of scoring, and in fact, so far in this match, everybody's been equalizing everybody's score. So, inevitably, at this point, law of averages would say that IFU should be scoring next. And again, they got 1 minute to get it done. So, if they got to do it now. Otherwise, it's game over. Look at Bob's, but shut down.
Go for a double.
You gotta shut down.
Finds the shot. What a save
Almost.
that's coming out. Almost puts it in. I think if they scored that, that would have been the nail in the coffin. It would have done it, but here, 51 seconds left to go. OG Shooter wins the 50. And very, very little time left on the clock. Bubs, human highlight reel for all weekend long, has almost done it back. Has to win the challenge here. 2 players go. 1 player gets bullied. Back. Full booster, full tank to work with here. Has to win 1 challenge. Gets it past 1 OG Shooter. Can't find it. 30 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
Rule 1.
Come on, Rad Moves. Come up
And
there.
Rad Moves
Bring it
gets a
everything
bump
at it.
on 1. Back shoots on.
There it is. I was going to say, don't sit back at the moment, guys. You got under 20 seconds to equalize this game. And I think they just got the memo in time to realize they're not out yet. It cannot be sealing the deal here, set. You got to survive. And you got to fight your way back. I'm just at the moment, can they hold on? Because if Bob's Pigeon and, of course, Gad get heated up, that's it. Rad's going to run all the way down the end. And I don't know, who wants to bring it to OT?
That's a big bump. Bubs is going to get it. Gad has to clear this long here. OG Shooter has to win the challenge. And oh my word, we have seen an insane series so far. Backs and Bubs the two Bs playing, being human highlight reels for both their teams in game number 5. Every single game, the series is picked up here. Backs might want to end it early in regulation here. Bumps off the crossbar. Goes for OG Shooter, looks for a double. Back, trying to harass one player. Pigeon gets a little bit of a mistouch. Yeah, no, has some breathing room. Goes over to Rad Moves, over to Bubs. You know, Lotus Gaming, they are literally one goal away from back-to-back major champions, and IFU is also one goal away from keeping the series alive. Infield pass comes out, Vision gets bumped, and Bubs is there to save it.
First to score right now is a win or go home. It's a win or lose. Simple as that. You can't get any more simple than that. 50% chance you gotta win to survive, to win the series, or win to go into another game. That's all you need to be thinking about. Focus on the ball. Listen to your teammates. Work together as your teammates. Try to do whatever you possibly can to score in the OT. What a series finale we're having here for the finals. Some team is going to be happy, some team's not going to be happy. We'll find out in a minute. Well, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it takes in OT. We'll see. Bubs has got the ball, cleared away by OG Shooter. At the moment, you'd have to say Lotus has got a little bit more ball control here, a little bit more touches on the ball, which is crucial when you're playing. That's the demo comes out thick and fast. That ball has to be cleared by Backs. Goes to Rad Moves. Cleared away by Bobs. Bobs is a dangerous force if he's going down the other end. Has been cleared. Here we go, Pigeon.
Oh, that's a fake on one. Pigeon looked to set up Gad. That could have been the opportunity. And I think that was it, Diggles. I think, you know, if no one's home on the defense, or, you know, if anyone else is on that defense, I think it's in. But luckily, someone on IFU was able to clear it away, and that's what it's been all series long. Bump, there's a huge miss. Gad can save it home, and so far, both these teams have been so consistent.
They took out Gad too to try to clear that area there for the goal. Yeah, I love those bounces off the ceiling. If you can get it about 3/4 bounce just before the goal area, it's very difficult to defend. Here we go. Pigeon to his teammate. There, you can see right there, ready. I think it was the Pigeon. Oh, Gab is like, pass it to me. Here we go. Shots from downtown, fired, and it's being cleared away. They're going to clear it, and then again, it's like 50-50 goes their way. It's in a dangerous area to bounce in front of the goal area. Bob's going to have to send it in the middle. He goes straight to Gad. Shots fired down the middle there. All three defenders are back here at the moment for IFU, saying, guys, we have to just defend for our lives. We need to get, and they're going to come down the other end. Going to clear one player, maybe. We'll slow down. Bounces off the fence there. Brad Moves has gone back to defend. He had to pick it up, actually. Bax is back in the goal area. Pigeons on the ceiling, as pigeons usually are. Let's see how they're going to pan out here.
You know, OG's gonna, I don't know who's going to win this series. 3 minutes of overtime. Bax has honestly just been playing incredible. Didn't think with Bubs here. OG Shooter gets a long clear. And Lotus really starting to pick up the offense here. That might be the shot. OG Shooter can save it away. Gad gets a demo on one. OG Shooter picks up the 100 boost. Pigeon wins the challenge though. Now, all three players on IFU are starting to get a little bit low on the boost numbers. Rad Moves can clear it away though. Heads over to Bubs though. Back, has to win this challenge. Beats out one player. Rad Moves intercepts the infield pass from Gad. You know, that could have been a very bad situation. OG Shooter wins the challenge off the ceiling. Heads over to back, so Bubs is successfully lashed back. He knows what he needs to do. Bubs face out one. Flick number two.
Here it is.
That's it. Fuck.
Bubsy just dribbled it home. Look at this. Pass one, pass two. Thank you very much. Boom. Give us the trophy. We've won it. Lotus Gaming have done it. They've won the championship, and they've won it together as a team. Gad, Obs, and Pigeon.
Major champions. You know, I think Lotus feels amazing right now. Back-to-back Lotus, back-to-back majors, you know. You do it once for the different third. You do it twice for the different third. You said yourself, cemented your legacy. You are the #1 team heading into the Spate Championships.
Gotta feel good. It's gotta feel good for both teams as well too. Gotta remember too. The runner-up in that one too of IFU did fight for the absolute life towards the end there. It wasn't quite enough, wasn't it, Akima? But we're definitely going to be able to hear from the victors, of course, in this one. Oh, we do have Pigeon in here as well. Pigeon, how are you feeling, my friend? Are you calm? We need a defibrillator ready for you. You're going to have a heart attack or anything, mate? How is that adrenaline, and how does that feel?
It's slight work.
So calm, actually. Go ahead. Sorry.
We knew we were the better team going into this, and we showed it. The last game was a bit shaky, but we got the job done.
You know, Pigeon, you are back-to-back major champions. You know, you've done it with 2 different thirds now. How does that feel?
It just shows that we're the best team in here.
Ooh. Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
I like the
you
confidence.
guys,
It
you
must-
guys are number 1 heading into championships. You know, if you want to potentially bring the rest of your team in here for a full team interview, we could see
Yeah,
how
get 'em in here.
they're feeling. But we will be getting the full team in here to see how they feel. How you guys feeling? Back-to-back major champions, Gad. I know it's been a long time coming, but how you feeling?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's been a long time coming. I mean, we've been preparing for this. We did a Frost tournament to prepare for it. We won that. Like I said, I've been telling you that we were gonna win, and we did it.
What if you're to lose? Would you say then?
Well,
But
that's an
then
if
again-
question. It's not gonna happen.
yeah.
That's an if question, yeah. You're not gonna give IFU any credit though? They played
No,
good.
of course. Yeah, they did, and they beat a Lag Gaming who beat Spate, which is very surprising. Obviously IFU is just they're a super talented team, and I think they've been to like every single major final, so that just shows that just shows how good of a team they are. So yeah, I mean, I felt good. We were just supporting each other. Any mistake that we had, I had 2 teammates to back me up. Same goes for we were just supporting each other, so it felt good.
How much Red Bull did you feed Bubs?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Mr. Bubs here. You and Bax were the 2 big Bs in game number 5. Both dropping nearly 1,000 points, respectively. You guys both played incredible. I feel like everyone played incredible. As we said it on the broadcast multiple times. Every game got better.
I mean, I didn't even notice I had that many points. I was just kind of playing the game. But, yeah, no, it was a little intense. I had Panda Express before this, and during scrims, I had a really bad stomachache. But I'll give credit to Panda for the win today. But no, it was really fun. I got 2 really good teammates. Couldn't be more proud of them because they saved my ass in the last game. Because I
got you.
Thanks. I completely whiffed on the ball, but Gad had me backed up, and then Pigeon's just Pigeon. We know what Pigeon does, so it was great to have the support.
Pigeons fly, my friend. They fly quite well.
Any last words before we let you guys go and enjoy your victory? Any shout outs you guys want to give? We'll start with
Of course.
You, Gad,
Yeah. Of course. Shout out to my uncle, my Mimi, my mama, Grandma Lisa, all my family. They're super supportive, and they're always in the chat, rooting on Lewis. So, it's amazing to have that type of support. And of course, shout out to Spate. I mean, the community around there, we're always in call with each other, and it's an amazing environment. So yeah, and shout out to my teammates, of course.
Bro's not gonna shout out his org. Ain't no way. That's disrespectful.
And shout out to Lotus.
Well, and a shout out to you, Gad, for putting on this fantastic organization. Of course, as the boss.
Thank you.
Pigeon, anything from you?
Not really. You'll be
Pigeon's
seeing us
so
at champs.
calm. Pigeon.
Shout out to Pigeon's dad for not turning off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, shout out. And Pigeon's mom, because
really?
he's in the chat. He's in the chat.
Yeah,
Pigeon's
mums and
mom.
dads out there, all right? If you can't connect to your Facebook, don't reset the router, okay? Because got to remember, your children may be very well in a tournament, okay? I've heard that before many times, okay? Just wait a little bit. Check with your children first if you can reset the router. Don't do it. But yeah, obviously, parents, family are a huge support, isn't it, for teams?
And Bubs, anything from you before we let you go?
Shout out Molly. I told my boy if we won, I would shout him out, just because gave him a little bit of trouble yesterday after his loss. So always shout out to him, and then shout out to Lil Jits, because that was probably the hardest opponent we had to face, and I think a lot of teams overlooked them, but they were like an incredibly challenging opponent today, and I think if we had played them in the finals, it could have gone differently. But I think we learned a lot playing against them, and it helped us a lot in grands. And then, of course, shout out to my parents.
Actually, I have a couple other shout outs. Shout out to Akuma. Shout out to the casters for the event. You guys did an amazing job. Huge upgrade. I'm just so thankful that you all accepted my invite to the championship. So, yeah, shout out to y'all.
Thank you very much. You're flying me back first class, right?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I'd like the steak, please, not the chicken. I didn't like the chicken last time, but yeah, it's been a pleasure actually for this, Akuma.
And anything I'd like to say, shout out to everyone who supported, the league throughout, to where it's been at this point. Every caster, that's been here. And we'd like to thank everyone here for coming and staying tuned for, almost our first season. We're almost coming to the end of it. We're almost there. Next week we have one big event, and then we'll see you guys in potentially a few months for something even bigger. But we're gonna let Lotus Gaming go here. It's been a pleasure having you guys get interviewed, and we hope you enjoy your victory. Back-to-back major champs.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you
y'all.
guys.
Dribbling a little bit is Shooter. Gonna get a shot and an amazing double touch.
Oh my god! What a shot! Legacy! He's him! Dumping it in with Pigeon. Pigeon still on the ball. Looks like he's eating McDonald's. Oh my god! What a play!
Now, full booster tank to work with one.
He
Pigeon! 1v3 from Pigeon! Pigeon!
Jeffrey? Oh, he's him.
Secondary touch is Gordon gonna sky that one high. Son trying to challenge Pigeon, but Pigeon up in the air looking for the double tap. He's able to find it!
Wow.
Pigeon